deeper. Oh, real talk, we gather round. Stories to unfold. Beauty, chase, and laughter. Secrets to be told. Messy gossip flows like tea. Hot, fresh, sweet. Living like we're shining bright. Our world is what we see. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night. Smiling and free. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night.
Girl, did you hear what she did last summer? With her style and charm, she's a stunner. Flipping through gossip, the latest craze. Trying him to cook, oh how they dazzle they We keep it real, spilling the truth. In a circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades. So let's we sharing the vibe, feel the energetic breeze. Page by page, we turn our worlds. Sit still and strong and life unfurled.
Hey, 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 ladies and gents. Welcome back to the front porch. It's Saturday. I got to come up with a name for the Saturday morning lives if I'm going to be coming live before the evening because I believe I titled Saturday Night Live. So I got to come up with something for the AM. Well, it's not really the AM, it's the PM here. It's 12:31 p.m. afternoon here in Florida. So I got to come up with a name, pretty much what I'm trying to say, because it's not night. Okay. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope y'all had fun if y'all caught the live on last night. I blacked out and blanked out. Okay. I blacked out on my reaction to the call, okay, especially when it came to Sheridan, and then I blanked out and let the panel take over. So it was a panel takeover last night after I did my commentary and reaction to the video. I had so much fun. So if you didn't, or you haven't, caught that live, please check it out because we went out of order. So right now, today, we're going to be reacting to the call before the call we reacted on last night. So we could get caught up. Weekend sitters. Okay. I'm writing that down. All right. Of course, we have a porch talk topic, and then we'll get into the video. Let me put my porch talk Lady T-Bug up here. I'm just now at the 2-hour mark. Georgia Peach, go back over there and finish it, then come back. Have you gone through the entire call? Thank you, Nesto. See you later. Enjoy the Sabbath church day. Thank you so much for dropping by. Appreciate it. I already got our topic up here, so I don't have to keep you guys waiting. Okay, the panel was popping last night. Thank you, T-Baby 74. I let them do what they do. They set it off now. They did an amazing job. We flipped the script, baby, and let the panel take over. And I enjoyed just letting them talk and get, share their feelings, their experiences, and much more. I'll just put it like that. Hold on, y'all. Let me reply to this text, and then we're going to get on to our topic and move on with the call. Okay. Okay, it was very enlightening and intriguing last night. Okay, okay. So let me remove her and let me put my other banner up at the scroll at the bottom. All right, all right. Bye, Miss Porch Talk. All right, y'all. This gonna be our topic. Philly woman arrested for fatally pow pow and husband in the back of the head just days after posting a cryptic Facebook status about females plotting on marriages. I will be his piece if he's mine. Have y'all seen this one? I know some of you guys said you had saw the one that we discussed on last night, and I was trying to find a photo of Mr. Phil Frederick, but I could not find one. So I'm still on the search for that. I didn't forget. Let me get back to the comments so I can at least see y'all comments. Okay, I see a no. Let me blow this up. Okay, yep, that's a better view. Okay, this is from the neighborhood talk, guys. It said, neighbors, what is going on in the world? That's a question that I have because it's been a whole lot going on, and nobody don't respect life anymore. It's like divorce is out of the question, breaking up is out of the question, moving on is out of the question. These people want it to be fatal when they end the things with these their significant others. I'll say it like that because sometimes it may not be a marriage, by law, could be common law marriage or just dating. So I'll say significant others. I mean, can we just agree to disagree, walk away, call it quits, get a tiebreaker, whatever? Why is everyone turning to something that can't be erased? It's so final. That's a good question, neighborhood talk. A tragic scene unfold in Pennsylvania neighborhood last week. And this was posted 1 week ago. So we'll say maybe 2 weeks. But in the article, of course, it says last week when police discovered the body of a man lying on a plastic sheet between two parked cars. The discovery was made early in the morning on March 19th, and that'll be 2025 of this year, after authorities responded to reports of screaming in the area. The victim was identified as 38-year-old Jordan Baxter. I need to scroll it up. He was found with a pow pow resting on his chest and a fatal pow shot wound to the back of the head. Officers later located blood on a mattress inside the home he shared with his wife, 39-year-old Danielle Baxter, and their three children. Following a swift investigation, Danielle was arrested the next day and is now facing serious charges, including unaliving, abuse of a corpse. While police have not released an official motive, her recent Facebook status raised some eyebrows. Just 5 days before the alleged unaliving, Danielle posted a cryptic message on Facebook that hinted at possible marital issues. On March 14th, she wrote, "These females out here be plotting on your marriage and waiting for your downfall so they can come right on in. And these men let them." Okay. Danielle Baxter remains in custody and is expected to appear in court on Monday, April 7th. So we need to do a follow up on this story to see what goes on after her court appearance on Monday. And then you guys see the insert right here, the screenshot from the actual Facebook post. So hopefully we will learn more about the case and what led up to her taking these actions. But it's to me, it's just not this serious. It's not that deep. You got to know these people, baby, that you sleeping with. We always say sleeping with the enemy, and this is true in some of these cases. I mean, goodness gracious. Folks are really losing their minds out here. They really are. Oh, okay. We got somebody from Philly. Beautifully made 13. Yes, I am in Philadelphia. I have some friends who knew the couple, but I have never met them. They have 3 children together. It's really sad. Condolences to the family, most definitely. Thank you for reminding us to at least, say a prayer, you know, and send our condolences to the family for the family today and for the Fredericks, who kids are probably going to be like these kids, going to have to talk about what happened to their dad. We learned in the story last night that 2 of the Fredericks 6 kids had to take the stand against their mom. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when the kids are involved. It's also unfortunate for somebody to lose their life, especially to someone that they married and they chose to share their life with, and they just cannot let go. But these kids may be put in that situation too, and hopefully they will have someone that can take them on, and they're not have to go to like foster care or be split up, or whatever because of their mom's actions. Okay, that's our porch top topic. Y'all keep chatting it up in the chat while I speak to everybody. Let's see who's up in here. Miss Buckeye 99, you number 1 up here in the chat today. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, CW. Hey, Ease has many faces. Hey, sense isn't common. What's going on with these people? Can we give them a little common sense so they can sit down somewhere and we can lower the crime rate? Hey, Keena. Hey, Nola. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal. I know you said you was gonna be outside today, when we were live on yesterday. So you on your way. 3.3 hours left. So let's scratch this out. Okay, we got you. Hey, Miss E, thank you for being here and modding for me on today. Hey, again, the T Baby 74. Hey, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the pow pow. Hey, C Blue. Hey, Leo Lady. Hey, Mississippi Shell in the ATL. Hey, TX Toy. I read that one out of order. Hey, Tanya B. Simply Shining Saturday. Okay, I'm writing down all you guys' suggestions. Got that one if you don't know me by now. Hey, TDC. Hey, April B. Hey, Juju D. Hey, Georgia Peach. Georgia Peach may have left to go back over there and see if she can get caught up before we get into today's call. Hey, Taz them. Wait a minute. It's Taz them 304s. Taz them. I like that. Hey, Black Rose. Baby, the pedal was popping last night. I had to read that one again. I have it playing on my TV, but interacting here on with my phone. Okay, she on double duty. Hey, a lady. And I know some people left, yesterday. They said they weren't with it. They weren't in the mood. They were trying to catch it on the replay. It was traumatizing. And, I understand. That's why I try to, make sure I kept, reiterating, that this one could be a tough one. It wasn't so bad though until we got to the end. Probably the last 15 minutes is when I believe they started talking about Sheridan. The panel in chat is always lit. I read that one out of order too already. Okay, no, I did. Okay. No, okay. Yes, I saw this, and they're basically saying no, they yes or no if they had already read this article. Just in case anybody wondering what they're talking about. No, I haven't read this story. Yeah, we're gonna have to revisit this one on the 7th on Monday to see if we can get some more information. Even if he was cheating, girl, let him go. Because now, I mean, yeah, he's not able to cheat, but you're not even able to live a life, and your kids are out here, without both parents. So I don't know if it's worth it. It wouldn't be worth it to me. She introduced the peacemaker. Hey, Miss Boogie Down. I know you were busy on yesterday, and you may have some things to say. I saw your comment about the call on last night. Feel free. Yes, those folks are not moving along. They are just losing it. I read that one out of order. Hey, social wife Melissa. Yeah, they losing their mind. Hey, Florida girl. Hey, allegedly. In Harmon. Hey, Bible lady. Hey, Patty Patty. Back porch sitters for nighttime. Gotcha. Hey, Vicky. Thank you so much for being here and modding for me on today. I appreciate you and Miss E. All right. Hey, love to laugh. All right, all right. Let me get her up off of here. Oh no, that's the other one we were using for testing trials. We're on trials and tribulations. We about to wrap this one up. We would have been done if I wouldn't have had to take so many days off. But I'm kind of glad that we did do what we guys kind of unofficially titled the Sheridan call on last night to get that one out the way. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get over here so I can pull up the call so we can go ahead and get into it. Oh, and it was something I didn't mention on yesterday that I actually saw after I got off of live. I believe it yesterday was the 57th day. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, if you know what I'm talking about. Um, I believe it's the 57th though. It may have been the 58th. I don't know. Day that MLK Martin Luther King was assassinated. So I saw that yesterday and I saw a lot of people reposting it and just showing love, contributions or you know their thoughts about his assassination. I took my daughter. We went to the Lorraine in Memphis and visited. It was very emotional experience. I'm not an emotional person. I don't feel like I am anyway, but I was even choked up. I had to drop a few tears up in there. So we did visit there. We had the experience. I had some pictures on my Instagram, but I probably deleted them. I don't know if they still on there when we went, but it was a great experience, but your girl was a little choked up. I ain't gonna even lie. But it was either the 57th or the 58th. I'll get the date before we get off this call. Well, the time frame, the years that is. Okay, y'all ready? We going backwards. So we will if you listen to the call from yesterday, then some of your questions or thoughts, may be addressed, in this call because this is what happened or what they spoke about, previously. Hey, Lady Janice. Oh, 57. Thank you so much, allegedly. Because I couldn't remember yeah, yeah, years. Yes, 57 years. Did I not say years? What did I say? What I said, Vicky? I thought I said years. I couldn't remember if it was 57th or 58 years since his assassination, but allegedly got me 57. I do not like visiting places like that because I feel the spiritual energy. Yeah, just like with the plantation. Oh, I said days. I'm sorry. I meant years. Definitely not days. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for correcting me. I was so busy trying to remember if I said if it was 57 or 58. So thank y'all. It's years, years, yes, years. All right. Y'all ready? Back to the strawberries. Trials and tribulations.
Hello?
Hi, hon.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
My throat just a little, yeah, I just had to clear it up a bit.
Good. So you can shut the hell
Okay.
up.
So, how's your day going?
It's going pretty good. Thank you. How about yours?
Yes, it started out, getting there. So I got to talk a little, I want
Thank
to say I don't want to
you.
talk too much. So,
Uh-huh.
somebody came to see me today, early
Uh-huh.
this morning, but was on that Zoom call and it got cut off. So,
Yeah,
huh?
go ahead. That's what he said. Go ahead.
Zoom call got cut off, so I don't know if he gonna come back over here or what the deal gonna be. But we started out. But go ahead, what you gonna say?
Well, that's what I was going to say. He told me that he came and you got cut off. He was trying to get back on, and then he might try to do it later today. That's what he said.
Okay, that's good, cause yeah, cause he can tell him he can come visit.
And
Cause
uniquely.
I asked the officer, said he can come up here in person. You know, there being like a little cage or something, but that's better. Because I need that
Yeah.
time.
And a
Yeah,
little
because I
cage.
waited all this time to even get a chance to talk to him.
Oh, you didn't get a chance to talk to him at all?
Yeah, for about 20 minutes and it cut off.
Oh. Well,
It's doing everybody like that. Everybody doing the visit, same thing. No, just getting cut off. So it ain't just him. It just cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have the time. So what I was gonna say is, yeah, because I need to talk to him. Do I need to finish paying him off today? Just text him with that, and he gonna probably say whatever he gonna say. But I know what he gonna say.
Paying him off?
Just listen. Just don't go to. Just listen.
Okay.
He get on my
Yeah,
nerve with his
I
just
know what he
listen
gonna say.
stuff.
So
I don't like when he talk to her like that.
now the bad thing. You know I can't really talk on this phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So because he got to get my whole thing together here because I'm trying to see if I'm gonna get a bond or not. That's what I need to know. I didn't get a chance to ask none of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so he said he's gonna give me the whole day. So I need you to text him and said,
Not
you
paying
just
a
let me
damn
know that.
cent.
And and I need to know. I'm gonna talk to him today, so I need to know if I'm need to pay him off today or whatever. Just throw that in there for me. Do that, please.
Yes. Do I need to pay you off today?
Yes. Just let him know. I need to know. Do I need to do that?
Okay.
Yeah, because we ain't discussed that. So I'm trying to speed the process up in a good way. That's what I'm trying to do. I never got a chance to say what I want to say. He was just trying to go over everything. We didn't get really started. It's just really getting warmed up, introducing things back together. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. So you want me to ask him, does he need to pay you off today?
yes,
Okay.
the remaining balance.
Huh? Oh. Okay.
Because there's so much going on. There's so much going on, and I had to prepare myself. He understand what I'm saying.
You already mad? Okay, let's pause. Why are you confused, Vicky? Not confused, but lost. Okay, Vic said, I'm lost. Hold on, let's go back. You know what I was emotional about. Okay, what was you emotional about on the replay yesterday? And Ernesto started with that goddamn the daggone rabbit story that made absolutely no sense. I turned it off. I said, nope, not today. I'll revisit on Monday. I hope it ain't one of those Cynthia Day on Mondays now, Lady Janice. But you can scroll to the back if you want to know what the outrage was about. You can skip that. Okay, I saw I'm already mad. And he not paying a damn penny. You know? Basically, he ain't got no damn money, but he want to call all the shots. Okay, wait. The visit got cut off, but attorney just texted him too, and now he's trying to throw money in there. So that's why I was trying to say that this probably would fill in some of the blanks from yesterday since we skipped this call, Vicky. Because BC did come. Okay, so the call. Let's go back 3 calls in the farthest, the third call. Well, I'll say the first, second, and third leading up to today. But 3 calls back, he was telling Shirley to text BC and to ask him how much he owe him. Remember that? And Shirley couldn't do both. She could do both. She said she could, but she ended up not being able to text while on the phone. But she told him that once they got off the phone, that she would text BC and ask him the question. So Nesto thinking because she texted him that put some type of fire, lit some type of fire in BC behind, and he ended up coming to see him. Okay, so when he came to see him, which would have been the next day, he came to see him. The visit got cut off. He said something was wrong with the Zoom, the wherever way they see each other. But he said Zoom as if they were maybe, on like a teleprompter or TV type, computer type visit, even though he was, I ain't gonna say even though, I'm gonna scratch that part. So it got cut off after 20 minutes is what he's saying. Okay. So Shirley's gonna ask him some questions. I feel like he got tripped up. Like he got tripped up on yesterday's call. He got a little tripped up. Shirley is gonna ask him some questions. I don't like the answers. Hell, I never like his answers. But hopefully that helps. Because she couldn't text him while they were on the phone. She texted him. Set up the video Zoom visit, and it got cut short after 20 minutes. Hopefully that helps. Even though I kind of went backwards, I felt like I kind of had to. Okay, no, Nesto, I don't understand. In my SS voice, you see, and I think because he is talking to Cynthia and Shirley, now he kind of getting tripped up because he don't know who he told what and when he told them and how much he's told them, right? Because we know he tells Cynthia way more than he tells Shirley. And whenever Shirley gets to, asking her questions or trying to figure things out on these calls, he shut her down. He is trying to play mind games with the lawyer. Yep. If he mentions money, then he will get an immediate response. That is what he's saying. That's what he's doing, Miss E. Thank you for that. Okay, SS, are you going to ask him what do you need to prepare for? What's going on that I don't know about? Say something, please. The folks want you to get buck on him, okay? Hey, Chanel. Hey, Cross Country Cruise. Her being the bushes working. Okay, thank you so much for supporting. All right. Hey, Elsie. All right. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if I confused you more. But I had to go back to that call because he is trying to play games, okay? And he really trying to, enforce some type of control over BC by dangling this carrot, aka money. And BC ain't pressed about the money, okay? And that's why ultimately he's going to drop him. He's going to drop him.
Okay.
Yeah, because he asked me to get us a few things. I can't get them because I have to be out to get them, to give to you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So do I need to tell him that as well?
Well, that's it. Yeah.
So you want to know if you need to go ahead and pay him the balance because there's so much going on and you have to prepare yourself.
Yes, yes. Because
Okay.
I don't know if I'm is he gonna be able to give me out on bond on the rest of those charges? Because we didn't get a chance to talk. And
Okay.
that way I know what to talk to you about it, because I really ain't got clarity yet.
Okay, and on that call from 3 calls ago, count it today. Remember, he was shutting Shirley down, telling her to pause her thoughts. Don't speak no more. Shh, whistle. He cut her off and said, "We'll talk about that tomorrow." Well, this is the call that he was talking about, the tomorrow call, which is this call right here. And now he still don't want to talk about it. He was telling her to focus on what she had going on, focus on trying to get the truck, and then they will talk about their plans, okay, their future tomorrow. So this is that call that he was talking about, the tomorrow call. I'm trying to piece it together since we went out of order. Hopefully I'm making sense. Okay, that did. Thanks. Okay. Well, how Shirley get them, Lord have mercy, dead air. He talks so much gibberish that he confuses her, and she has to translate, and then he confuses her more, whistling while you twerk. Now get that book. I cannot.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I'm trying to get that today.
Because you don't know if he can get you a bond on the rest of the charges.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I got it. Okay. Anything else, honey?
How your day going?
It's going all right. I'm not doing anything just yet. I was just trying to get my bearings together, see how I feel, try to think about my life and, everything.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to get together so you can start it up. So
Yeah.
if I'm getting out, I'm getting out. If I got to sit here, I'm going to sit here. So I'll have it together so you can move and move on and keep it going. And, being productive, not sitting around, being productive with your life.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still, being productive. It's just that, I don't, I'm trying, I don't know which, I want.
Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. I missed it.
I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm still.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. So what we're going to do is,
Yes, please let him go.
Try to finish this out today, and then I can have the positive answers for you. I don't want you to be waiting and dragging around. I want you to have a direction where you need to go, so we can be stable in the future. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that. That's fine. I mean, that's what I want too. I mean, of course, I want you out, and us to,
I understand.
live our lives. Our lives.
Yeah, but God gonna make sure that's good. So we're gonna be fine. He said he's gonna try to see me today. He can come see me in person.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely can do that because our lawyers have the privilege to do that.
That's what I thought. He was like, he's going to be on Zoom. I was like, wait a minute.
No, that Zoom shit ain't working. That shit is a glitch in the system, they're saying.
And they don't care.
No, they don't. So they say it's out of their control, but I can have a visit, a manual visit, face-to-face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Vicky. He said he can have a manual visit, face-to-face. Add that to the dictionary. I mean, manual. I don't know how to.
Okay. All right, I'll tell him that he could go see him in person. He could go see you in person. Okay.
Yeah, because I already checked.
Yeah.
I was upset. I'm like, yeah. I waited 4 months.
see you too. I thought he was coming to see you in person too.
No, it did at Zoom. So yeah, I'm not gonna be at the restaurant today. Let him know that up front. I'm not gonna be at the restaurant.
Well, don't worry, honey. Don't.
What I will say is that I like his style.
Okay.
He ain't changed at all. He ain't changed at all. He ain't.
Well, it seems like he would see you more.
Yeah, I know it. But he just strictly to the point type person.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine if that works. You know, if it doesn't work, you could do something else. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I definitely understand.
Yeah. If that works for you, that, you know, sometimes you have to change up your game.
No, that's true now. You're right about that.
Take your own advice.
I have to have clarity today. Before I take my game, I have to have that clarity.
Okay, I'm going to tell him.
You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to worry.
Oh, I ain't gonna worry. I just, you know, sometimes you're like, damn, I had a chance, but I ain't had no chance.
Hey, out the bushes.
What did you guys talk
hey,
about?
Miss Veronica.
We can't talk on the phone. We just got warmed up, so I get warmed up.
But you did get a chance to talk.
5 minutes, it seemed like. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing to really.
You see, he caught himself at the beginning of the call. He told her, okay, because we eavesdropping, right, that he visited with him, you know, on the Zoom for 20 minutes. Now Shirley trying to say, well, what the hell did y'all talk about? Because you calling me, giving me a laundry list of things to message this man. What the hell was you talking about for 20 minutes that you couldn't say these things that you asking me to text him, right? Now it was 5 minutes. So he caught himself. It seemed like it. No, Ernesto, you was there for 20 minutes talking about what I don't think we're going to find out what he actually spoke about, even if it's something that wouldn't hurt the case, okay? Because he's going to be talking in circles, so I will tell y'all that. Yes, you make good sense, and thank you, Ernesto. Sound like his breast stank. Don't he make business is nasty spirit. Sure, it's all them bad damn bacteria, baby, that he got going on. He got that nasty man disease with them damn toys. I'm getting mad already. Slowberry, let this loser go. No, you not, sis. Puzzle answers. He said he trying to get her the puzzle to her answers, okay? I don't know if it's a crossword puzzle. I don't know what type of puzzle it is, Vic. Okay, and to me, he's only trying to tell her what he thinks she want to hear. Unfortunately, manual visit. I hate that he puts that anxiety onto her. Well, she on there saying sometimes you got to switch up your game. I wish she would take her own advice and switch up her game when it comes to these men's, because men's ain't men's anymore. The clarity is that you are a criminal and you ain't getting out, Nasto. Now, see, instead of Shirley telling him there's no such thing as a manual visit, she just repeat what he says, the correct way. She read ink in them, honey. Okay, see him more. Sounds like Nesto is his only client. And my thing is, to me, it's up to the individual to contact whomever they're trying to solicit services from. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying this. When BC came on this case, he only had 4 or 5 charges, accounts, however you want to make reference to it. That shit has taken on a life of its own. His cases keep growing, his charges keep growing, his counts keep growing. So BC is not out there looking to take on all these new cases that he done caught since he been locked up. He only promised to get you out. When y'all obtain his services, like I said, you had less than 5 charges, okay? And that is what he is working on. All these other charges that you are getting, instead of you keep trying to make him take on a big job for a small fee, I don't think he's interested in doing so. We've talked about this before. I hire you to come and do one thing for me. I notice, from that one thing, you may have a bigger issue. I'm going to give you a bigger damn quote. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not finna take on your 20 cases for, what is this? Ain't no 5 for 5, baby. This ain't Wendy's. You're not getting no 5 for 5 deal, no 20 for 1 deal over here, sir. So I don't think Nesto understands that. I really don't. It's like I'm working on the other cases. All these new cases you getting, that's your business. See him more sounds like Nesto is the only client. Right. He definitely not worried about the money you shelling out. Shirley, he ain't pressed. Hey, Angel Hair. I don't even hear them anymore. I listen to Lady T voice and read the chat. Block them out. Block them out. Hey, Mons. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. And I think, he think that BC is out there, baby, like a porch light, baby, all night, waiting on him to get some new charges dropped so he can add them on and fight them. And that is not what he signed up for. And somebody need to tell Nesto, BC maybe broke it down to him, and that was maybe their little ultimate, you go this way, I go this way, deal, and I'll reimburse you your coins deals, because to me, he only signed on to help you get a bond on those first 4 or 5 charges. Anything after that, you don't have an attorney for those. Okay, sir? And if you want him to take on those cases, I feel like you need to ask him, and he'll quote you whatever, more funds that you need to pay, or he'll say no, yay or nay. I don't want to take on any cases because I have trial coming up. I have this coming up. I have vacation coming up, and I'm not willing to put that much time into your case. But I'll help you with what I've already been obtained and paid to do. But BC was like, get this damn money back and get the hell out of my face.
Talk about like we need to talk. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I got you. No, go ahead. So you don't want to what?
No, that was it. And I'm not gonna worry. I just now you be anxious and you finally get your opportunity. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's like when you call, I have to be really calm so I won't mess up the numbers, because if you mess them up, you can't fix it. You can't fix it.
Okay.
So I have to really focus on. I have to really focus on what I'm doing.
Why is that funny?
Okay. Does that make you nervous or something?
Yeah, it does.
Or why does it make you nervous?
Well, because like I said, if you mess up, there's no room to fix it. Then you'll have to hang up and call all over again.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Did the lady ever call you back? The auction lady?
Yeah.
Oh, they called you back?
No, she didn't call me back. I had to call her. And then while I was on the phone, she looked, and she finally found it. And then, so, yeah, we got to go out there. It's 3.5 hour drive.
Why they take away? Where is it? Something somewhere?
It's in Leesville, South Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina. Y'all corrected me last night on that. She never tell
you why they took it out there?
I guess they were going to try to sell it, because I didn't come to get it or something. So they were probably going to sell it and keep the money,
Oh, so did they say you can come get it?
Yeah. They said I could come and get it. And only I could get it. So I have to go 3.5 hours. But, and I got to, make sure I do it, because I got to get back so I can go to work, 3.5 hours. Yeah, I know that part. I'm just saying I have to go early.
Oh, my God. I don't understand why he keep cutting her off. She's trying to explain to him, you know, what happened? You asked her a question, but you won't let her answer it. Okay, so we were talking about this last night, and I told y'all we were gonna get a little bit more details on here, and y'all was correcting me too about the South Carolina, because for some reason I thought it was Tennessee. I think that's what I said. So it is Leesville, South Carolina, and it's 3.5 hours out. And on the call from last night, she said that her and Dion was going to get up around 5:30. Where they're going to try to leave about 5:30 or 6 o'clock so they can go pick the truck up and drive back, which would be 3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back, so she can get to work. And I was saying she probably could have eliminated some of this time, at least 7 hours, if she would have gotten the truck while it was local. Okay, that's what the point I was trying to make last night, because but she did say they weren't open on the weekends and they didn't know where the truck was at. So it do sound like now that they found the truck, they know where it's at. And another thing that I also think that Shirley wasn't thinking about, you still was gonna be having to owe money on this loan. You know, even if they had auctioned it off, I'm assuming whomever purchased it from the auction, they may have applied that amount to her loan, but she was going to have to pay the difference with her loan office, which is, wasn't it Westlake? And I don't think she was thinking about that either. What y'all, you know, am I going the right way with that, y'all? I'm like, Shirley, they would have auctioned this damn truck off. You still would have had to pay for it. You still you would have definitely probably not paid all the interest and stuff, but you still was gonna be on the hook for this truck. I see y'all comments. An 8-hour trip before work. Yeah, she's gonna be tired. That that drive to get that truck hurts my motherfucking nerves. Me too. I was like, listen, I would have definitely left the truck where it was at this point. Shit, I would have just had to eat whatever the difference is or whatever I could negotiate with the loan company at this point. After it was auctioned off, I mean, it just is what it is at that point. I would have just gave up. Okay, Shirley sounds stupid. I guess they were going to sell it and keep the money. That's what made me make that point, Leo lady. Well, yeah, you owe money on this truck. Are you still going to go on the truck when they sell it? Yeah, well, yeah. Are you still going to go on the truck when they sell it? Right. Oh, you're still going to owe the truck when they sell it. That's the point I was trying to make, that I didn't think that she may have connected. So thank you, Leo lady. All he wanted to hear is that she is going to get that raggedy truck. Damn about her going to work. I can't. Of course, it's about him. She should have let them auction it and then hire a lawyer to settle all her debts. Yeah, and then maybe she could have used information from his case to get out of paying for the truck, since it was illegally, sold. Okay. Shirley said she didn't give him permission to get that truck under her name or to pay for the truck out of her account, right? So maybe she could have taken the action as well, Vicky, and got out of just owing, period. I don't know. She most definitely owe on the truck $1,200 payments. Is that monthly? If she didn't sign the paperwork for the truck, she should have left it where it was. Yeah. So I was just wondering, like, did she realize even if they had auctioned it off, like Leo lady said, she still was going to owe on that loan, and she really needed to know how much they was going to sell it for, so they didn't get over on her on that end. And maybe try to contact Westlake and try to negotiate something. Hey, just speaking, so you can get up out of this. But I don't think she understood that. I don't know how and why.
I mean, I have to go. I have to drive 3.5 hours.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
And only I can go,
Oh, he can take you though, right?
Yeah, he could take me, but I wish he could just go by himself, somebody else.
That's
But
your
I got to
problem,
do
Shirley.
it, so it's okay. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, so
Just letting you know. So I have to go like.
That's your problem, Shirley. You wishing, hoping on a star that somebody else can take care of things. You don't really know what's going on. You out of the loop, and these people are taking advantage of you. You need to be more hands-on and understand what's going on for yourself. Now you wishing that Dion could just go by himself and you didn't have to go. It's your property at this point. And you need to get a receipt for whatever expenses that they may hack on for you. You need to know what's going on. I don't know what to tell her at this point. Hey, Say Jay, I don't feel sorry for the inconvenience, Shirley, because as a grown woman, you should have handled your business when it first appeared. Anything else is on you. Yes, because she's had 2 opportunities to get the truck. We do know that. That is when it was impounded by the police, and then after it was impounded by the police, because whomever had the truck when she was trying to locate it, okay, she still had to go there and pick up the belongings, the things that was left in the truck. So she still had to go there and go to Leesburg, wait a minute, Leesville, South Carolina. I be messing up these names. Leesville, South Carolina, to pick up the truck. And that's just a whole lot of time when this could have been handled locally, in my opinion. And now she wishing Dion could just go by himself and I don't even have to go with him. We wish you would have just left it there.
Monday. As soon as we get the tags, I'm waiting on Dion now to call me back. So I could figure out what to do about these tags. If I don't get them today, then I have to do it on Monday, I guess.
well, all you gotta do is just go to, like I said, you can go to the
Program full.
yeah.
But I don't remember. I don't have a car. Remember?
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
This cannot be her excuse for everything. Like, I don't have a car, so I can't do this. I'm handicapped. I can't leave out the house unless I have some keys to a car in this damn driveway. Shirley, get up and go by yourself. And how you gonna wait till Monday? How are you gonna be able to drive the truck back? Okay, 3.5 hours without a tag. It's like, I don't know what her thought process is when she be discussing these things. Do you think that they're gonna let you leave the auction with the car with no insurance, no tag? You just, okay, you could drive it back. Um, I don't understand her thought process. I guess if it's an inconvenience for her, she don't really think it through. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he don't get up too late anyway, so.
Yeah. Last night. Yeah.
He probably ain't got no gas in the car.
There you go,
I'll put some
Chick-fil-A.
gas in his car.
Yeah, he probably don't. You got to tell him that, because he probably worried how you going to get over there or something. I don't know what he got going on. I know he has to keep his business straight now, because that did. He probably didn't tell you what he got going on.
No, we didn't talk about that. We just talked about you, and that's all. And how this is just ridiculous. You're not going to do anything. Like we talked about yesterday, put yourself back in jail. That doesn't make sense to anyone. You're a smart man. You're not going to do that. Like we were saying yesterday, you don't even go over the speed limit.
Yeah. Well, hey, all I can say is, I just seen sister and brother get shot in their house, just sitting on the couch. I ain't going through the problems. We ain't going through the problems. I just
Here he go comparing apples to oranges. She talking about you, your lifestyle, your criminal background, how smart you are, and she just don't believe you'll get caught up after 20 years of walking the straight and narrow. Okay, that's what she said on the call before this. He hadn't been in trouble in 20 years. Why would you revert back to this criminal lifestyle? And here he go. Her brother and sister was sitting on the damn tree, was sitting on the couch, and they got pow. I don't have them problems. I'm still living, breathing, lying, and scamming. I was in a really bad car loan. Yeah, someone advised me just to let it go. I did. It was a Ford Focus, and I had paid more than enough money for it, but I still owed on the loan. I let it go. Sometimes you just do gotta let it go, because if it's just hindering you, you don't have it, baby. If y'all don't want to negotiate anything with me to kind of help both of us, I'm gonna just let it go at this point. I mean, what you gonna do? Can't get blood from a turnip. Hey, Sonya Boots. No car, but getting a incarcerated hubby or rig out of option. I can't do Shirley. They took the car, sold it for $7,000, and said I owed $3,000 on it. Man, please, I have recovered, bought a Fiesta, paid it off, and now I have an Escape. Okay, so you like the Ford vehicles. You like the Ford vehicles. My aunt likes the Toyota vehicles. Gave the Fiesta to my son for his independence. Okay. This goes back to last night's discussion. Shirley can't figure her way out of a wet paper bag. And it's so sad because it's like, come on, Shirley. And if you don't know something, like a lot of us, we don't know everything, right? We don't know something. You got to ask questions. You got to make sure you understand, on your own. So when she's calling, talking to Westlake and this Ford and the officers or whomever she's talking to, she need to let them know, I don't understand what's going on, so they can give her the basics, and then build on and give her more information. Because it seemed like Shirley kind of be like a fake it till you make it. You have a conversation with her and she'll act like she understand, and she don't really understand, but she don't want to ask questions. Maybe she don't want to look dumb or appear dumb to the person that she's talking to, so she'll just go along with it and fake it, and she don't be knowing what the hell going on around her. SS is older, heck, she tired, and she tired of Ernesto. He is mentally draining. I'm 50, and I'm tired of Ernesto. He's exhausting. Can you imagine being married to Ernesto for 10 years? No, I cannot imagine. And I can't imagine just keep on going on with him while he locked up either. He would have never, I could have never been with him. Because we're not even on the same page. We're not even on the same page. We would never have been on the same path. Like we don't have anything in common. I could never be with him. Girl, stop. He put his butt back in jail for the third time. Be married to you, really? Yeah. Since he's been married to her, he's been locked up at least 3 times that we know of. Okay, this is why I never listened to the Strawberry Letter. I listened one time, and that was one time too much for me. Okay, you think a dry paper bag will help? I know he frigid and draining. Right. Thank you, April B. Please like the live. Right, that part. I would tell Nesto my phone got repoed, no more phone calls. I got an aunt older than Shirley. She about to be 76, and she would never. He doesn't care if she walks to South Carolina. All he wants, is for her to get that damn truck. He doesn't give a damn about she doesn't have transportation. It's all about me. That is true. Years ago, my mama co-signed for my grandma, and the car got shot up. Oh Lord. My grandma stopped paying, and my mama was pissed if she wasn't paying either. She let it go. It just recovered her FICO. Yeah, the remaining balance is unsecured debt. In Chapter 7 bankrupt, they don't get paid. Even in Chapter 13, they may not get paid. Thank you, Janetta. Hey, honey, say that. I can't imagine dating Ernesto. Hell no. Yeah, I could never. I could never. Not at my big grown age. Mm-mm. Exactly. The first eviction would have been like, stop playing with my life. My name would have been all, yeah, off all the accounts. He would not have access to anything. Okay. And I would have put one of those security alerts on me. So if anybody tried to run anything, obtain anything, secure anything in my name, I would be notified. Okay. And I'll shut that shit down. I'll have PIN numbers for my taxes, everything. Shirley is dumbing herself down. I think so, for this clown who handled these things for her before this clown. Right, because I'm just talking about basic car loan type things, not even things that's pertaining to him that she just seems like she don't know how to handle. Do y'all think she knows about other arrests? Because I'm starting to think somebody else was getting him out. That's probably true, Miss E. Shirley didn't want to get blowed on. I can see her not knowing, Miss E. I really can. Once he found out they got his bag, his laptop, and all that other stuff, he stopped caring about that raggedy truck. He was shook.
Yeah, let it get shot in her face because the guy she was dating for 4 months said she didn't want to deal with him no more. He got mad and shot in the face in the back. This is crazy folks.
Wow. Yeah.
We talking about you. We ain't talking about
anyway,
nobody else.
I hope he come back and see me, Dave, then I can feel much better. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, he should. That's what he's getting paid for. He's acting like the other attorney we had.
Yeah. Well,
they all act nice when they're trying to get your money, and then when they get your money, they disappear.
Yeah. Well,
they're not there to be his therapist.
Okay, I ain't comment on that.
Well,
they're not there to be his therapist or his call me every day person. They're there to help him get out on bond. And he has been racking up charges. And I don't know if Shirley realized how many charges he's racked up since she hired the fly lawyer, Jackie Patterson in BC. Maybe she don't understand that part either. But before I start paying somebody and get in the middle, far as texting, calling, assisting in any way, I need to know details, period. Okay, because I'm not just swiping my card. I'm just not doing it. I need to know what's going on. And if I can't ask questions, then I'm not paying.
I'm trying to curb my mouth, just trying to curb my mouth. You say, you got you looking all like a real gangster on TV. I said, what you talking about? He said, man, they got you like you just going to done one of one, telling people what to do. I like, what? And that was
a Vicky, a done one, or is he trying to say a Don Juan? A Don Juan, add that to the dictionary, or Don Juan. I don't know what the mayor tried to say, but okay, Nesto, you was calling BC office, the law office of BC, round the clock to let him know that you was on the news, that you had made it and you was famous. So now that he's down there talking to you 20 minutes or 5 minutes, and he's telling you that he saw it, your response is, what you talking about, Willis?
It was funny to me right now. It was funny.
I don't even know what he's using that picture that they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the most flattering, but they don't ever do that. They always try to make you look sinister and evil and all. Yeah.
But that's okay. Well, it's a start. It's a start. A start. But he did say he's gonna try to see me again today. Correct?
That's what he texted me.
Okay, well, guess what? When you text him already?
No. Oh, you want me to text him now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll text him right now.
Girl, you couldn't text him the last time. You're not going to be able to text him this time.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully it won't cut you off.
Now that I had a hard trying to do that. I just could never do that.
Maybe I'm
At
slow.
the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a mental block for me. I just never could do that. Maybe I'm just slow or something. I don't know.
You said it. We did in this though. Oh my God. Exactly. The damsel in distress act is annoying. She gets on my last good nerve. Okay. She knew in a different call. Shirley said to him, how he was supposed to check to see if he had warrants. She knew, yeah, he did say he had that system and that he would call, and she knew that he stayed up on his business and that was not like him. You're right, CJ. Dominique, Erica, and Lamont probably was getting him out since the bonds was low. Yep. Then that probably why he was depending on Lamont so hard this time. Just a thought. I could see that. I could see that. I could see him not wanting Shirley to know, right? Because he wants to appear as if he is, working. He's, a hardworking man and he's out here handling business. So I could see him not wanting her to know. I remember that call, but I don't think she understood how the system works. Yeah, I don't think she does either. Was that a threat, Nesto, about the lady breaking up and got a pow pow? Yeah, because what was the point? Okay, I was just about to say that. What am I paying you for? Right. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm late. You just in time. We still here. I can see I could see that she did a lot willingful, yeah, ignorance as yep, that was the word last night. As long as she didn't know about it, she didn't care. A dumb one, more like it. She kills me with that stupid laugh when he says something stupid and does his stupid laugh. I hate that laugh. No, to Nesto at my little age either. I can't even imagine having a conversation with him because I have zero tolerance for remedial people who refuses to acknowledge they are remedial and their mouth is lethal. Well, he just said maybe he's slow. Let's get those likes up. Come on, guys. I meant to say the dumb one. Bingo. They say, yep, you got it. Nesto. We glad you finally admitted it. Yes, yes, yes. It's a beautiful day. Hope you're having a great day. I'm pretty sure the lawyer charged for text. That's why SS had to pay so much, paying for his bugaboo ass. Right. Thank you, Vicky, for gifting another membership. You gifted, I think, 2 or 3 last night. I really appreciate it. Nesto, yes, you are slow. Okay, real slow. And your mental has been blocked. Yes, I am at the playground. Oh, you at the playground, Miss E? Slow and ticky. Cannot. My niece and nephews who are running around being stupid sound more intelligent than him. When my one nephew gets arrested, he just sits until he released. Not to worry his mom. Yeah. The word was volunteer victim. Yes, it was. Yeah, shout out to Vic to the Bell. If you are the recipient of that membership, please thank Vicky.
I just never could do that. I really
Yeah,
know.
dude, it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Okay. So you saying Westlake, they sent it to you? They sent the letter to them?
Mhm. Yeah, they sent it. They have it, and the truck is ready. All I got to do is let them know when I'm coming, and when I get 15 minutes out to call them so they can bring the truck up to the front. So it just sounds like they were trying to sell it, and get some money.
Right. That's what they were trying to do. That's what they were going to do.
Yeah, that's what they were going to do if I
Dion
hadn't
probably
called.
told her that.
Because they didn't even tell me that they had moved it to South Carolina. Who has 3.5 hours to go down there? Ugh, man, that's just terrible. I'm not going to be able to. I got to concentrate when I text him.
Okay, well, let me get off the phone and let you do that.
No. I'm going to do it right after we finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Don't worry. I'll get it done.
Okay, so what you decide to do, you're going to get your rental cars, you're going to drive that for a minute, Well, we can talk about that after I talk to him today. I'm almost sure that what needs to go down.
Yeah. Did he say anything about my truck or anything?
No, we ain't talking about nothing. We ain't get close to nothing.
What?
We ain't get a chance to talk. We ain't get a chance to talk. We ain't get a chance to try to tell you.
Hey, Muffin.
I understand, but I thought you said you talked for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but no, this is what we did. First of all, when they called me out to the Zoom, then I had to wait till he got on to log on because they didn't log it on. And I sit there for about 10 minutes, and by the time we got on there, we were going to start talking and everything, it went off.
He lying.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to get him past that. Come send me the other way. The Zoom don't do it. It don't let you talk for 30 minutes anyway.
Oh, okay.
It only lets you talk for 30 minutes, so you have to text that and let him know that too. On that Zoom, it's only 30 minutes. They don't let you text people. Huh?
I'll put that on there.
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes, so it's going to take long 30 minutes to say what I got to say. I got to get a cloud understanding right now. I'm a little special right now.
You're a little special right now.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck is he doing.
Well, that's my job to ask questions, so I can inform you what's going on once I get the answers the best I can.
Yeah. No, I understand. I'm just saying.
And then I'm gonna relate it to he gonna relate to me. Then I'm gonna get him to relate it back to you. That way you can get a clear understanding. You won't have to go through this telephone.
Yeah.
Because they use everything against you.
Yeah, I know. And they don't have any proof. They just have probable cause.
Well,
no
ain't
proof. Yeah. Okay.
I know you. I know how you do.
That's what they told me. Okay, never mind. I just want them to come, let's know something. It's like, this is unfair. You've been in there 4 months, and they still don't have anything. But anyway. Okay, God is good all the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
All the time. As human beings, though, you do get frustrated. That's all.
We do. We all do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You're definitely right about that.
Yeah.
You're definitely right about that. We all get, and that's what people want you to get frustrated when you break a strong tie. You get frustrated, they got you.
Yeah, exactly. You get emotional. They try to break you. They want to break you.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're gonna hang tight. We're gonna hang tight.
Yes, we are. We're gonna stay strong. I am strong.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that when you said got out of jail. That's something else.
Yeah, that's just horrible.
Yeah, and the people
that's horrible to a human being like that. It's inhumane.
And they all probably passed on who put them in there by now.
Right.
On.
Yeah.
Or asking God for forgiveness. They all make mistakes, but taking somebody's life like that because you want to get some get back. That's horrible.
Yeah, and then put them in that horrible prison. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I tell folks every day. It might be starving and all that, what we got going on, but you got a chance to might be able to get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we ain't got that far. So what else y'all got going on today?
We might go see that movie Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That Black Panther thing.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it without Chadwick being in it.
Oh yeah, but it looks like it's gonna be good to me.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. Mhm.
So y'all gonna check that out today?
Yeah, we're supposed to. We can get tickets. Tasha's checking that.
Hey, she the best.
They go to movies at night. I don't like going to movies in the daytime.
Complaining.
Oh. Well, it might be tomorrow then.
No, it's gonna be. They like going in the day and night, so we'll go tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'm definitely. There's something else I can tell you I saw, but I don't forgot now.
You know who it
But
is.
It's,
Who y'all think it
uh-huh.
is?
yeah, I forgot. But last weekend, I was looking at the one that they were showing. Oh, it was a black. Well, it had to be a black movie. Somebody, black guy getting out of prison. They were showing a movie set outside out there. The guy was going through the gate and everything. They gave him some hope right there. Yes.
Oh,
That was
they're
not a
filming
movie.
where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty smooth.
That probably was not a movie. They just probably was. You know how we do. We record everything now. It's just recording they loved one getting out, showing an experience, child. Probably was live. Now he act like it's a whole movie production out there. They was out there shooting a movie. It was like a movie. I was so happy. I was smiling. Somebody got out of here.
Oh, that weekend. It still
Yeah.
raining out there
It
today?
won your ass.
Yeah, it was raining earlier. I didn't get a chance to walk because it was raining earlier, but if it clears up, I'll walk later.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. You should keep that exercise going. You lost weight, gain weight. Which one is it?
Well, if I'm walking, I'm certainly not gaining.
Well, okay. And your hairdresser lady came back?
No, she's still in Greece.
Oh, okay. So you don't know when she coming back.
Uh-huh, I do.
Oh, okay.
You just not
And
telling
you
you.
say your other girlfriend today, the one had the husband died, you say you're going to give her today?
No, that's tomorrow, but I don't think. Oh, wait, today. Oh, today. It's tomorrow, I think. It might be today, but I'm not going to go because I don't want to go by myself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's hard to ask somebody to go to a funeral with you.
Yeah. Well, they all packed up out there. That young guy just got killed there at his funeral. They packed out there.
Yeah, that was terrible how he got killed. That was so awful.
Yeah, that was. That's something else.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, egos can't ever get together because Takeoff got killed.
Yeah.
Hey, Joanna.
Horrible way.
Hey, Aldiva 60.
I'm like, why are y'all killing it?
Oh, she's just saying.
Lord.
But you know what? This has been going on since the 50s and the 60s and all that. To me, that I see, it wasn't rap, but it was like entertaining.
Yeah, like Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye. Well, his dad killed him, but yeah, it was Biggie and Tupac and
yeah. So it's the same. It's just the same. It's like it done got worse, but I don't know. It just to me, it's
not worse, sir. Not worse, sir. Worse. Worse. Just say worse, please. Just say worse. Not worse.
I should correct him on that. 30 minutes of thinking of a lie to tell, and this is sad. Thank you. I was gifted a membership, just had to renew. Good. I'm glad that you were the recipient. She didn't say anything to shush. Right, nothing at all. Shirley, what you blowing for? You tell Shirley to be quiet, but Boneytail can talk her raggedy mouth off. And that's true. He does not shh and whistle and cut Cynthia off like he does Shirley. So sad. Both of the children are without their parents. She's probably back on when we were talking about the unaliving topic. He just shut her down, but can't shut that little crackerjack crackhead down at all. Ooh, y'all not playing with Cynthia today. Thank you, Muffin, for gifting 5 memberships. If you are a recipient of one of those memberships, please thank Muffin. And I definitely thank you right here from the front porch. I appreciate it. That's horrible. Vic to the veil. He knows that Cynthia is street and might just curse him out if he said to be quiet. Shit, she don't never be quiet so he can get a word in sometimes. Girl, go by yourself then. Right. It's like she gotta find something to complain about. If you don't like going at night, then find somebody to go with you in the daytime or go by yourself in the daytime. But it sounds like they don't even have tickets. I wonder if the radio station could have got them some tickets because they always make it seem like Shirley friends are using her, you know, he made mention when Shirley was going to an event and she was going to take Tasha. Oh, she'll like that, as if, Tasha, is only friends with her to get access to events. But we heard her saying Tasha was getting the tickets. So I wonder how that goes. Okay. Shout out to Muffin. Yes. Find someone to go with you. I mean, come on, Shirley. This gifted membership got one more damn time to miss me. Did I get my own? Come on, Chick-fil-A. You're going to get one. You're going to get one. Hopefully you got one now. Hey, Anissa. She hates being alone. Codependency at its finest. Okay, we got another 5. Chick-fil-A gal. Did you get lucky? Another, 6. Thanks again, Muffin. And Friday. I appreciate it. Just making stuff up. That was Gunna getting out. Oh, that was Gunna. Gunna was in Cobb, or was he in Fulton? I can't remember. Just FYI, if you have a branded account name, you can't get fog. I tried. There are many marches going on all over the United States against the Orange Man. And Washington, D.C. has a very large crowd. Okay, he works by nerve, keeping tabs on Shirley and her friends. Okay, if you have a branded account name, you can't get gifted. Oh, is that what it is? In Greece, you hear that Shirley takes flights instead of lawyers and truck fees. You are welcome. Hey, Chocolate Drop. I can't believe she's talking to Mushmouth like this. His conversation is just awful. Hey, Miami Lady T, thanking for the membership. Enjoy. You're welcome, guys. She finally corrected him. She couldn't take it no more. Mushmouth. Worser must be Shirley's trigger word. She said, I'm not going to let this one slide. This fool Ernesto talking like he making money from behind bars. Y'all showing out with the memberships today and is, hey, Sunshine. Shirley, that's your friend's husband funeral. Yeah, you just go. It's not a social function. What's wrong with you? Sorry, but the arrogance, yeah. You are supporting your friend. What's going on with you? Yeah, but we hear her on here talking about how everybody's doing her wrong, and she's just not a good friend to me. Okay, you can't even show up when your friend really needs you. Put your socialite, your career, your popularity, your celebrity status to the side and just be there for your friend. Like, come on. I mean, why would you even be thinking about yourself? Like, who's gonna run up on you at a funeral? It seems like she's going to the movies. If she's going to the movies, I would think that's worser. That's worse than going to the funeral because they got more than one movie theater. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's a popular movie night. Okay, I would think that will be more dangerous than going to a funeral. Is that something new, Vicky? If you're in a membership, please enjoy and like the live. Thank you, Miss E. Lady T. But I am still recovering from Shirley nonsense from yesterday. I know, Sunshine. I didn't think this one was going to be that bad. Hey, Rat. Hey, Miss Lady. She should have let him go and just concentrated on her children and herself. And now the children are in a worse situation without the parents. She started from the beginning, y'all. So she's talking about the unaliving case in Philadelphia. Thank you, Sunshine, for gifting a membership. You got one recently. So okay, maybe we'll see if it's something new because you did ask. If that was her friend's husband, she would have found a way to get there. I would have wanted to know about the businesses and how to pick up the money to pay for the lawyers. Both are stupid. Okay, that live last night was epic, y'all. I was rolling. All the panelists was great. They were. I let them go. So that's why I said it was a panelist takeover last night. I let them go. And they did amazing. They handled it. They didn't even need me. I tried gifted too, but we can't select who it goes to. Oh man, that's something they need to work on. Chick-fil-A gal, no, I was wondering why I never got gifted and am active in chats and searched it, and Google confirmed that the branding prevents you from getting gifted. I branded my name. Okay. Why do you expect him her after just what do we expect from her after yesterday's call? Oh no. Enjoy this chat on this rainy day. Okay, y'all stay dry. Remember the call that we are hearing today is before yesterday's call. That is true. It's cool. I love it here regardless. Dang, I wish we could give to an actual individual person.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who gave this lady a green light to put them old ass clothes on. That
Who?
Portia show. That Portia show.
Now, I didn't like this. I don't watch the Portia show, but I do know who she is. I didn't like this conversation because to me, Shirley don't really dress her age, and some of the things that she wears not age appropriate. Not trying to age shame or anything like that, but just because Portia has a different style than Shirley, that don't mean that she doesn't look nice in what she's wearing. I didn't like this.
The Portia show on TV.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
Ashanti.
she's on now.
Yeah, them clothes are so old. Like,
They
man,
play.
like they came from the thrift store.
Yeah, she dresses like that. I don't know.
You gotta give us some tips.
Mm-mm.
I wish I could.
What you mean you wish you could?
I mean, she didn't ask. Not like she asked me.
No, she need to. She
They
need
probably stylists. You know, they certain things for daytime, certain things for nighttime. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she said, I know.
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, they dress for women. I think.
Oh, well, I don't know. We want to walk around looking like that.
Well, come on, honey.
What? I said,
That shit is not funny. I'd rather.
yeah. Okay. I see your boss man daughter all on TV.
I'd rather wear what Portia wearing than to be wearing that damn orange jumpsuit that your ass stuck in. Sound like for the rest of your life, allegedly. I'll take Portia wardrobe any day, okay, over a jail uniform.
TV on TMZ. That's funny
Yeah.
to me. Huh?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna talk about his boyfriend too, child. Y'all know what his name, Gary with the T.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I see all that. You know, I ain't watch this much TV when I was on the street. Not this kind of stuff.
I know. I know you didn't.
Yeah. See, boy, Gary got him a fresh cut. And he got him a new style. That look better. He look younger. Like he's getting younger.
Oh, tell him you said that.
Yeah, he do. He look like he's getting younger on this little show here. He was looking old for a minute. He done bounced back.
He said Gary look good.
All Gary needed to do was just lose a couple of pounds.
Oh, that what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He look like he in those 60s. You say he in his 60s?
Oh, I don't think he is. I think he's in his 50s.
No. That man ain't the same age I am now. No, he older
No,
than
he
me.
is. No, I don't. Well, yeah, he ain't in his 60s. I don't think he's in his 60s.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, he's not in his 60s.
Yeah, I ain't older than that man. I can't.
No, I think you are, honey.
Are you serious?
I think so, but I'm not sure. I don't know how old he is. I think he's in his 50s. Yeah.
That man ain't in the fit. That man.
No, he ain't in his 60s. I don't think he's in his 60s. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he called and checked on you lately?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. He's never did it once, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
classy. That's classy. That's
Yeah.
classy.
Sure he knows. I don't know how he couldn't. Everybody else does. Since
Yeah,
they came on TV, I'm like, oh my God.
yeah,
But
yeah. They had me the biggest picture on there. I said, I ain't never seen about that picture that big.
yeah,
That
it was
big.
huge. It was
It,
huge.
it was, I didn't know it last night. I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. Am I the only one got the biggest picture they ever showed all these murderers out here? I can't
Yeah.
understand. I couldn't understand that. But I just got to.
Now he got the biggest picture shown ever. Okay, in the history of criminals, displayed on billboards, TV, when they do the stops, and they have like the photos, the warrants on the paper, the bulletin paper. I don't know what you call that, but he got the biggest photo ever. My goodness, Nesto, with your sweet behind, what do you have to say about Cynthia's fashion? They both a hot, funky messes. The man in an orange jumpsuit and the lady who couldn't buy shoes. Oh, did I miss Bank? Oh, I'll message her. They gossip too much about older folks' business. Miss Boogie Down, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I am all caught up. This woman is selfish and he is her karma, and they're always judging folks like they don't stink. Yet everyone is jealous of them. Gary the booty bandit. Oh Lord, Gary is his baby boo. He loves Gary. Right on. Miss Boogie Down, they say exactly. Shirley was talking shit about everybody. Does he know Gary is a former drag queen? Thank you so much for the membership. You ready? Ready. You're welcome, Ken VC. Okay. Shout out to Miss Boogie Down. Honey, let me see. He all up in Gary. Is this supposed to be, oh, honey, he all up in Gary? Maybe it's supposed to be, oh, not I. I totally agree, Miss Boogie Down. He really do want to use his toys on Gary and vice versa. Gary got Nesto curious and he said, how old is he? He looking younger. Gary don't want you. He should have wrote Gary from jail. 100%. Nesto is a real bitch ass ninja. He definitely got a thing for gorgeous Gary. I'm green now. It's official. I was thinking the same thing. Nesto likes skinny, small women and older men with pop bellies and feminine tendencies. Oh, hide your damn friends. Hide Gary, please. Hey, Psycho Bonnie. Gary could be his first husband since he's running out of damn wives. Hint to Dre. Yeah, Dre and Gary with the T got maybe the same body type. And pork chop too. Oh my God, he likes that Timu wardrobe on Bonitail. Shake your my damn head. Gary would not give him the time of day. Bank was talking about Lori yesterday. That's why I was looking for her. Okay, I'm gonna send her a message and tell her she need to check out that part of the video. Okay, he can't shun his son for being gay, but praise Gary with the T. Okay, I see where you're going, Vicky. But then he loves to hear and talk about Gary. I agree with that. Shirley definitely deserves to be with Nesto. His crimes went public. The only reason she left. Okay. I think we are brought down to our favorite part. And that's Miss Global Tail Link with 1 minute left. I think that's coming up.
Forget what they got going on and keep it going.
Yeah. That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
What are you eating today?
What am I eating? Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, honey. I need some vegetables and stuff like that, but I don't have that.
Uh,
So
so
I
once
might make.
you got one of them
You
things
can't
that come
buy
to your house,
food.
go
I'm
get the groceries
confused.
for you.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can do that.
Oh, oh, okay. You probably wait till later on y'all go to the movie to eat.
Yeah, I ate some chips earlier. That's what I've been surviving on.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Dang, did you see how I said this 30 minutes going by fast, boy?
Yeah, that one worked.
All right, love. If he come, I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
If he don't, you know he didn't come, and just text him. You got everything to text him.
Yeah, I
You
do.
text them from
Okay.
your
Whatever
damn
you
tablet.
tell me, I'm getting ready to text them right now.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I love you. I call you later if he comes. If you don't,
Okay, love.
I call you tomorrow.
Okay, love.
Okay, bye.
Hang in there. Hang in there. God loves you, and so do I.
Yes, you saying God loves you, and so do I. So you have a wonderful day. Thank
All
you.
right, you too. Bye-bye.
I told y'all our favorite part was coming up. God knew we was sick of hearing this shit. And of course, we've already listened to the call that he stated he was gonna make if BC came up to see him. We listened to that on last night. We went out of order for the ones that do not know. So you can run that back if you want to know what happened, why I blacked out and blanked out. Okay, I just gave up. Gary got Ernesto all moist between the legs. Hey, Kimmy K. Head and I think it's supposed to be hearing. Hearing Shirley's voice is so refreshing. You like Shirley's voice? A lot of people like her voice. Gary name just randomly always comes up. I knew what you meant, Miami Lady T. This is sad. Nesto is obsessed with Gary. Hen is obsessed with Nesto. He finds a way to slide a conversation about Gary. He do find a way to slide Gary on the conversation. I agree. Shirley, there is such a thing as an Instacart. He tried to tell her. She said, I know, I know. Gary beat cancer. Yep, we know all that thanks to Nesto. Goes fast when he's begging and gossiping. And I think he was trying to make that reference to just to tie it back to how long he spoke with BC and how he wasn't able to get a full, conversation or understanding with BC during that 20-minute or 5-minute Zoom call. I think he was trying to tie it back to that. Like, you see how fast the call goes when we're talking. So imagine, how fast it went when I was talking to my lawyer. Okay. Hey, Jet Black Straight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God by Shirley. Okay. Nesto couldn't care less that she hasn't been eating. He was trying to just fill up the time, child. He had threw everything but the kitchen sink on her. He's such a freaking liar. He's so fake. Miss Shirley was calmed by all of them. Dre knew that nasty Nesto was using Shirley. He ain't shit either. The whole clique, is mud out here in these streets. You blank out was hilarious. Hey Don, welcome everybody. Let me drop the link just in case someone wants to come up, because that's all I got for y'all, child. They wore me out last night, so blame it on them. Blame it on last night. They flipped the script over here, baby, on Friday. There we go. There's the link. If anybody would like to come up, get some off of their chest, say what's on their mind, feel free to come up. We're not going to be here too much longer. I'm not going to keep y'all long like we did last night. It was like 4 hours. The panel was up here for about 2 of those hours. They held it down and they did a wonderful job. I appreciate it. It was out the bushes, Big to the Veil, Shan, I said what I said, and Vicky. Okay, they held it down. Oh, we have our first person, guys. Hey, Vicky.
Hi.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
No. I'm gonna
Okay.
behave. I'm behave.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try to.
Thank
This,
you.
this is just like this go. I cannot get. I was sitting here thinking, and because it's on my algorithm, the older videos are now coming into like my playlist. So I have my. Unfortunately, I sleep with electronics next to me. That I know I shouldn't, but I do.
I do
So
too, Vicky. So I'm not gonna let you take that one by yourself. I do too.
so my YouTube is set up on auto, to just play the next video, and like
Okay.
girl woke up with one of the old videos on, but like this was something that was in like their members that when he was talking about the attorney. So I don't think a lot of people heard this, but when she was asking, well, what are we paying for? He didn't. Why? What did like? She's asking him details, like legitimate details, and he just
Listening and carrying on. Oh my God.
yeah. That shit right there, like it really does irritate me, and the fact that I realize that a lot of that stuff is mental and psychological control, but I cannot get the word victim the words volunteer victim out of my head. Like she's still holding on to this like it's something. It was nothing at this point. She could have left him right where he sat, and yeah, it would have been a cold piece, because he's in the clink. But damn, how much money can I pay? And just he trying to rush her off the phone, go ahead and send that text, and he caught himself in a couple lies. Because one thing I have noticed about him, like, and
Hmm.
thank you for, I do want to thank you again for putting out these older calls in totality. He starts off the lie, and he can leave it at that. But he's such an idiot that because he's not in her face, he feels like he has to keep adding details. And Shirley is why I'm just side eyeing her, but she is more observant. She's just lazy, and she doesn't want to go into the emotional. Um, she doesn't want to go into it and ask him more detailed questions because I would have. I'm talking about me. I would have asked him like, wait, I just want to know like, is he, are you getting out? Like, what am I paying for? Like, what was the last 7,000 for? Is that for, bond? She didn't do any sort of research, like that shushing up everything. Why do I need to shut up? We're not talking about your case. I mean, seriously, it just this is just it's sad and pathetic, girl. It really is sad and pathetic. And I'm sorry. I hope and I pray to God that if I ain't got no man at 60 some odd years old, I just hope that I'm able to have the strength and the wisdom to keep going on and taking care of myself. I'm serious. I'm serious. And not have to like lean on a bum ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, whatever you want to call him. Like I don't want to feel like I need somebody. It would be nice to have a companion to back me up, but I don't want to get to that point where I am just so damn lazy. I am so codependent that I feel like I need somebody. I hope that God keeps me strong and healthy to where I don't feel like I need somebody to come in, take over for me, and like I just give up my life and I don't know what the hell is going on. As a volunteer, willingly. So I'm gonna be quiet. I don't know who else is up here. Is that Shan?
No, it's Miss Boogie Down. How
Hey,
are
Miss
you?
Boogie Down. Hey, yeah, you and Shan got similar laughs.
Yeah, we do. We actually do. One time I heard her and I was thinking it was myself as well. I was like, wait, I didn't just do that. But hey ladies, how are you? Hey, Miss Boogie Down. Oh my God, you have my blood pressure risen this morning trying to catch this replay. Oh my God, I was so mad I was not able to participate yesterday. But yesterday, being as though it was April 4th, out here in Atlanta, they got this big 404, like a bunch of festivities and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so what you call it. And even with that, I still just couldn't even function on having fun, right? I'm in y'all business. And I was like, damn it, I wanted to be up on that panel. But anyway, um, today it's funny too, because I'm going to piggyback off of Vicky as well. What I noticed was like him. So like I said, I caught I've been listening to you all morning. I've been literally on this since like about 9 o'clock this morning. So thank you for helping me clean my house, by the way.
Okay.
So, but when I'm listening to this currently or whatever have you, it amazed me. Like, and I get it when you're in a marriage, you know, we do use the phrase "we" a lot, but what I had a problem with her, just on the financial end, was when he kept saying like, yeah, like how much do I have to give him? She didn't even correct him, and not even to say I, but she didn't even correct him to say, well, you mean we, or anything like that. Like he just totally took over her funds, her money. And again, having been in a marriage or whatever for damn near 2 decades, like I get to the point where you have somebody that you're with that's financially responsible, and they for the most part take over those bills and stuff like that. But everything that I can at least give credit to my ex-husband is, it was always we. Well, yeah, you know, I had to pay this, you know, with our, like he always used terms like that. Even though he, for the most part, was the one paying the bills and stuff like that. But I contributed my paychecks as well to what we had as overall goals. When they talk, everything with him is, well, you find out from him what I gotta pay, but you not paying nothing, bro. And she don't correct it. She don't, like I said, even if it's not to say she don't say, well, you mean to ask him like what we have to give, or, you know, what should I give, in a sense of not her being territorial or trying to emasculate him, but just letting it be known, you ain't been paying nothing. Because as we hear these calls, clearly he didn't have a pot to piss in. And I get the fact that she didn't want for the, you know, YouTube streets to be all in their finances, but he had no problem. Just like I said, everything was like and what I got to do and this and this and that. But, you know, even down to this truck, you know, and this and that, but she never like corrects him with even him just saying because truth be told, you wasn't doing anything. I'm doing it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who's completely taking care of everything. And like I said, it just, that to me was like disturbing. And like Vic was also saying with the whole psychological, this goes deeper than psychological. This woman here, listening to these last 2 calls in the past couple of days, and I was glad that, like I said, I was able to listen and have my feedback. What I'm seeing is like she is just very self-centered. This woman is very, very, and like at the beginning, and I still believe that, yes, she is also a victim, but she is also a undercover, in the makings, narcissist. Everything is about her. Like even down to the fact that your friend lost a spouse, and your priorities are all the way messed up. You know what I'm saying? And I can honestly say, like, I had who I thought was a very good friend of mine, or whatever have you. And when I lost my mom, and we're talking decades now, when I lost my mom and that person wasn't there for me, and I got to see that they made it all about them, even down to the point where when we had a conversation right before I just totally deaded that individual, one of the things I remember her saying was like, well, I just couldn't do it. I was like, but I'm the one who lost my mother. And, you know, it was just like, she was like, well, you have to understand how I felt. And I was just like, but I'm the one. And that's all that kept running through my mind. So when I'm hearing her, even in that brief interlude of her mentioning not being able to go or meet, or she wasn't going to meet up with the friend that she was supposed to support, I was like, this B is selfish. Like, I don't call Shirley out her name, but I was just like, I'm tired of her. Like, you got you know what? That's why when in my super chat, I said that he is your karma. He is your karma because you needed some act right. You needed some reality, some a dose of humility. It's not always about you. It's not always about you, Shirley. It's sometimes about other people. You not showing up for your kid, you sitting up there even making that about you, with her not wanting to meet up with her dad and not looking at the fact that both of you individuals failed this young lady. Like, I'm like, oh my God, as I listen to these calls, I'm just like, I never really had a problem with her, but I'm starting to have a problem with her because I really didn't pay attention to, I really thought she just got caught up in just being single for so long and being an older woman. No, she's all the way an effed up woman. I'm sorry, but she really is. Now, maybe my mind might change as we hear some other calls, but at this
Right.
current state, I'm seeing like you are all the way a selfish bee and you are all the way about yourself. And this man is your karma because he's a piece of S. And you're getting everything that you deserve right now in this moment. Now, nobody should have to go through what she's going through, including those other victims, even the ones that messed with him, knowing that he was a married man. And so I'm never victim shaming, but I just, always, even for myself, even what I teach my kids, I always want to be accountable for why I'm going through. And this God thing with her, and I just don't understand. But no, God is good. No, and God is, do you really read this Bible that you love to quote? Because God makes us accountable. Yes, he will forgive us. And yes, he will always welcome us in his kingdom. But we also have to deal with the consequences. And that's the part that bothers me the most because she doesn't see it and she doesn't reiterate that to her raggedy A husband. And I'll leave that there.
You brought up something that I forgot about when he came. It's almost like yesterday. The I know the call that we listened to today is before yesterday. I have to keep putting that into
Yeah,
perspective
me too, Vicky.
because
But this kind of ties into it though.
yeah, when he said, "Well, just I need you to text him to see if I need to finish paying him out," and then she's like, question, she wants to question like, "What paying him out?" That what I don't forgot what but he just shut her down. We've already, I mean, why shut down? But you're right, though. You bring up a good point that she's totally self-centered, and so is he. He makes it all about him. Um, there was something I forgot to mention yesterday. It was whenever he asked her about like what you doing, how you feeling, or what are you eating, or something like that, and then he brings it right back to him and his attorney. I mean, she immediately. I mean, she said, I'm feeling this way or I'm doing this, and then he's like, yeah, well, you should go on ahead and text him and just see. It's like, what are you talking about? He is her karma. If
Hmm.
she didn't she didn't show enough give enough humility and show enough grace towards her friends, you could do all this stuff and give gifts and everything and buy this and that, but sometimes people need more than that from you as a friend. Just a text, just a um maybe a hug or something, or just a good word or a phone call. I may not be the best person to I'm very introverted. I may not be the best person like to call every day, but I can I'll damn sure make sure I reach out to you just to make sure you're good.
Absolutely. It means everything. I had a girlfriend that I went to college with. I mean, sorry, high school with, excuse me. And when my mom passed, she came back into town. She ended up, we both being from New York or whatever, but she ended up going to school in Maryland. And when she got the word or whatever have you, she came into town. Vic, she sat in a corner. She came to the house or whatever have you. She offered her condolences to my siblings, to my dad. She sat in that corner. I'll never forget that. Never peeped the word out that she said, people were asking her if she was hungry or she was thirsty. She didn't say a word. She did this for 2 days straight. Now, she was not able to stay for the services, but like I said, when she got the word, And ironically, my mother had passed during Martin Luther King weekend. And she came up and she sat there for those couple of days, or she was in town and she was going back um, that Monday or Tuesday. She was going back to her home, and she never said a word. And it not only to me, but that meant so much to my family. Till this day, my dad is the worst when it comes to people's names. Now, at this point, he's 83 years old. We give him a pass. But he always remember, hey, you ever hear from your friend, the girl that sat in the corner when your mama died? Like it left an impression, because her whole presence was, she said, I didn't have any words. I didn't have anything I could say to you guys, but I wanted you to know I was here for you. And that's what I'm saying with her, with that. She doesn't know what her having lunch with that lady would have done for that lady. And it's just like, oh, but I don't have this and I can't. It drives me crazy.
Woe is me.
It's woe is me. How did it get back to you? This woman just lost her husband. You lost your husband in a sense to him doing stupid stuff, but you can still physically talk to him as you're doing. You can go see him, which you never did. But this woman literally lost a person that was in her life. And we don't know their relationship, how long they were married and what that meant to her.
We did hear about the family too coming down, stressing her out, wanting to take over. So that was additional stress, remember?
Right. And that's what I was getting to. And on top of that, what we do know is that your friend, and that's why I say you don't know what that lunch, dinner, whatever y'all was supposed to have, you don't know what that would have meant for her. But your selfish is so much about yourself. And this is why you went through. Now, I do believe that she believes that she is a good Christian. And I do believe that God spared her a lot more. But you're not in this, sis, because you such a good person and you just ran across Ernesto. No, there was a reason for y'all paths to cross. You know what I mean? And it's about accountability. And sometimes we just need to humiliate ourselves and know humiliation to a degree where you have to just put it out there and put yourself in a very uncomfortable situation, because it's not always about you. And part of being a good Christian is being there for your fellow man and woman. And like I said, all I keep pondering on is what that lunch or what that dinner, that meetup could have did for that person, because clearly they were going through some things. And even if it was just to get away for a couple of hours and just to be able to forget what they were going through, you just deaded that, because it's all about your stinking and what you don't have and what you don't feel comfortable with. Like, go kick rocks. Like, she just pissed me off. I was like, go kick rocks.
I think Shirley is a lesson in for a lot of people. Like, sometimes you think that maybe just praying and just you can send off a gift, or just be, making sure that you don't break the law is enough to be a good human, and to be able to walk through life without being unscathed. I mean, you have to go through tests, and the way you handle them is, a better show of your character. I hate to use that word character. They worn that word out, but it's a better show of like who you really are deep down. She's like a turtle. She'll go back into her shell and don't want to deal with it, because a lot of this stuff, it just seems, just hearing this, like, I hate to make this a bash Shirley session, but damn, girl. Like, the way she does it, the way she dragged her daughter about the silliest thing. You know damn well you didn't full-time raise that girl, and neither did her father. She has hang-ups about it. Right. Her daughter has issues in regards to that. What are you doing as a mother to help her work through that? Okay. Are you just trying to say, well, are you just giving her the excuse, well, I had to work?
Yeah. That's pretty much what it sounds
I had
like.
to work to buy you all these nice things that you want, and then you get mad when she's showing some self-centeredness, or showing purses off online, and you're paying her rent. I mean, where do you have grounds to stand on? Because right now she maybe that's what's fulfilling her. She's got her kids, and then she's got her bags. Sounds similar, right?
Mm,
I mean, if your
how about
daughter
that?
is, hmm,
I said, how about that? I'm
mm-hmm,
agreeing with you.
yeah, it just, I mean, how many single mothers are there out there that sometimes y'all got to move 5 states in 5 months but you take your kids along with you. You sit down and you have to have those talks. You may have to apologize. I know you just made friends, baby. Um, but we're gonna try to make some more friends in this new state. Mommy's trying to make us make a better life. I mean, I had to have those talks with my mom too, because when she first started teaching, we had to find the right space and the right area to, like, the right state to end up in, what was going to be best, because we knew Louisiana wasn't going to hit it. So we had to have those talks. Was I pissed? But yeah, but my mom, she gave me a choice in a lot of that stuff too. Do you want to move? Do you want, do you really not want to move, or are you okay with moving from here? How bad would you feel if we did move? There was, there were conversations. No, she gave her kid up, and I would feel abandoned too. I would
Yep.
feel like, and then she never has anything good to say about Sheridan. Nothing good at all. Like this, if she said she's going to work and she's paying her bills, and Shirley's chipping in, maybe she's chipping in a piece of the rent or all of the rent. Don't matter. She's got 2 kids. Whether she
Hmm.
had them out of wedlock and you disapprove of that, you apparently love those kids, and they apparently are being raised right and they're well behaved. Excuse me. And she's having to pay for surgeries and whatnot. I didn't hear Shirley say, "Oh, I had to help her with the copay." I didn't hear any of that.
Right.
So I mean, a grandmother who has it like that, which Shirley does have it like that, and she's living with people, and she's still making money. I know her wages are probably getting garnished, but she's living with people. She's still got some money left over. I don't hear her saying, "Well, I gave her my grandson just had surgery, and I had to help her with. She asked me for help with the copay." I don't hear her saying Sheridan asked for that. I don't hear her saying that I offered to come over there and watch him, and to give her a break, give her a mental break so she can get some sleep after surgery. Nothing at all. But then, like I said, there's my 25% where with Nesto, I feel okay. He just shuts her down. And there's a lot of emotional and mental and psychological manipulation with her, and there's a lot of control. He has two tones with her: that jovial, um, happy-go-lucky voice that he has with her, and then that very commanding, condescending voice and like interrogating voice that he has with her. And then he has to know all of her business. It's borderlining like abuse. You know what I mean? Because a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of abusive spouses, they start off like that, or significant others, they start off like that, asking you. They want to know about all of your friends and all of the people around you, so they ask these little tidbits of questions, so they can gather all the information. We see how Nestor relates the information to everybody else. Yeah, that bitch staying with her, and she ain't got no job or nothing. And even though Shirley didn't say that, she didn't say that was going on with Debbie, or she she said she was helping her pay the rent, but she got over, and more Shirley said, alluded to, that there's a man staying with Sheridan. She got niggas over there got niggas staying over there every month, and she over there doing, what he said, S&D and all that stuff. So he flips everything. And I'm sure she has seen that side of him on the outside before too. So it's just not new for her. But the fact that she just shut down, you can have all the power while he's in jail.
Absolutely.
It just
Absolutely.
mm-mm.
And I think I just want to like piggyback. Like I said, I'm bringing both lives in my
Yeah, that's
conversation,
fine.
but I think it was you, Lady T Bug, and if it wasn't, it was one of the panelists. But y'all had made emphasis about her, and based on her conversation, she seemed to be more complimentary and flattering of, Nesto's kids as opposed to her own kid, right? But
Right.
I want to correct one little part of that. I do somewhat agree. Let me tell you where I disagree. When he was sitting up there talking about the military day as opposed to Veterans Day, which was hilarious because he's so dumb. That woman didn't even know enough. No, what she does is and this is why I said she is an up and coming narcissist. I don't think she's full fledged like him, but what she did was she was just being a chameleon. She was adapting. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's so wonderful. Those compliments, the only one of his kids that I think she genuinely is fond of is Dion. I don't think she's fond of, what you call it?
Liberte.
Liberte. I don't, because Liberte is an older version, right, of Sheridan. Liberte is out here. She's doing her thing in appearance wise. We don't really know what's true or what's not. But in theory, she's out here doing her thing. And now there's Sheridan. So I don't think she admires Liberte. I think she resents Liberte, but she likes Dion. And I'm going to tell you why she likes Dion. Again, these up and coming narcissist tendency. Dion ain't S. That's just the bottom line. Oh, he's a good kid. Really, Shirley, what's good about him? What's good about him? He ain't S. He ain't, and I know his daddy complaining to you about him not showing up for him and this, that, and the third. No, because Dion is your comfort. See, you can't come at Liberte because Liberte is on her grown woman handling her business and doing what she needs to do for her kids. And although I'm not slighting Sheridan for being a young mom and
I would like to
having
say
to
that
help her.
Liberte is in 40 or in her 40s, and
That's what I
Sheridan
said.
is
She's
in
an older
her
version.
20s.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. I said that. I said she's
But
an
I
older
still
version.
disagree with that because Liberte's been in the military.
Right.
Liberte is married.
But she don't know nothing about Liberte. She didn't even know or remember enough to know. That's all I was saying. Like, I don't feel like there's an admiration there. I'm just saying in terms of, I think she's more so resentful of Liberte in a sense of them having two daughters with children. That's all I'm bringing up is that part right there. She likes the fact that I think that Dion is so raggedy and he can't get it right. He ain't out here in the worst of conditions, but he damn sure ain't in the best of them. And so therefore, when she looks at her child, who she deems to be a failure, her version, not
Right.
mine, because I don't know this young lady, that's a comfort for her. That's all I'm saying.
She looks down on people.
She looks down on people, but it's a comfort in her knowing that Dion is raggedy because her own version of her daughter, and I don't agree with it, but she thinks her daughter is raggedy. She thinks her daughter could be doing more. So she doesn't really like Liberte. She doesn't. She likes Dion because Dion ain't got his S together, and that makes her feel comfortable that she ain't by herself. Now, she will never voice that to her husband. But people who think like her and are selfish and self-centered like her, they don't want to see nobody winning, especially when they losing. And right now she's losing in that present day with her man being in jail, her not even having her own place. She's living with friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she can't celebrate a Liberte because she's too damn self-centered too. So that's all I just wanted to bring up with that
And
part.
Letita made a good point yesterday. It was Shirley's male identified too, so she provides a lot of sympathy and empathy for men, and not as far as women go, it's like when they're talking about Portia. I mean, she made a good point. It's like, yeah, they have a daytime wardrobe and they have a nighttime wardrobe, and they do depict the wardrobe out, based on what is in style and their audience. And she just, she said, let him drag Portia like that. She thought it was funny, and then when he was praising Gary, it's all good. It's great. Yeah, he's this, he's that. She's very male identified, and when it comes to the young ladies, Laverte and her daughter, she knows that her daughter is a reflection of her, and she doesn't want to accept that. She but I know they said I was thinking too deep. I don't think Shirley takes responsibility for her daughter.
But what is it? I'm confused because I think that Sheridan is doing a great job, and
I think she
I
I
is
was
think a
about
too.
to say I
reflection
do
of
too.
Shirley. I mean,
Right.
because
Why
to
would
have
you?
two
Yeah.
kids, work long
Right.
hours, she go to church. I mean, she's had a kid that has had two surgeries,
Right.
and she don't seem like she's missed a beat. And then going through all of that, and your mom is going through this publicly with the man. That is a lot. On a only child, which you are only child too. I'm not too because I'm not an only child, and you don't have siblings, or anybody that's kind of like you could talk to about it. So I think she's doing a great job, and I see her as
Mhm.
a success story.
She has siblings on her dad's side, but I'm sure she really
They're
kind of
not
didn't.
her mom kids.
No, and I was getting ready to say that. I don't. It's different when you didn't like grow up around them. I have step siblings and so forth, but I didn't really, I wasn't with them, so it is different. You don't like when you don't really have anybody else to depend on. You may have some cousins, but I think surely if it's how I think it was, I think it was probably Sheridan and and the grandma,
Hmm.
living together, not really depending on anybody else. And then, Shirley coming around and she probably looks down on her family too. So, I think
Mhm.
Sheridan's doing a good job. I do. I mean, she ain't out really out here in the streets like that. We haven't heard anything bad about her. She's not on World Star or anything like that. I mean, I don't know what she expects from her. Like I really don't. But Shirley, she's a harsh critic. She really is a harsh critic. But with Nesto, he can get away with just about anything. If this hadn't and y'all have converted me. I am of agreement now. If this hadn't made it public, like she would still be with him.
Yeah, because you know why she's better than him in her mind, which I she's not to me. Because at least he's outwardly a piece of and she's fronting like she's a great person. But she, in her mind, she's better than him. So she wouldn't want somebody who can give her a run for her money.
Right.
Because when you're
Hmm.
looking at her history, it's like, why haven't you leveled up? This woman is very well articulate. She's had a career that's in a great run. She's had a run that nobody is going to probably be able to say that they've had or whatever have you, right? Because the world is evolving and people are leaving different things and going into podcasting and going into this. But she can honestly say by the time she probably closes her eyes, she's going to have a 50-year run in radio as a woman, as a Black woman. And it's just like, so why haven't you leveled up? Because see, I would have been looking for the leveled up men, even if I'm nowhere near their level in terms of finances, like a Steve Harvey, a Tyler Perry, or whatever have you. How did this bug get in your daggone in your salad? How did you get this in your salad? You know why? Because that's what women like her, and that's why I keep saying she's got these up and coming narc tendencies.
Yeah.
That's what they like. She wanted somebody beneath her, and she got exactly what her mother effing hand called for. Because there's no reason why you are going so hard for this piece of crap, and yet and still your daughter, a child that you birthed, didn't just drop in your lap. You did this. You and her daddy did this. You just have this disdain for. Why you got caught up and decided to have a child at such a late age or whatever have you, and just said, well, let's just see what happens. Okay, well, this is what's happening. And yet you resent this child that did nothing to you, didn't even create herself. You did this with her dad. And yet you have this resentment or whatever have you. So as far as he goes, oh no, that she would definitely be still with him, because that's why you sitting in. I always said that. And I know somebody, when I was on Lady T-Bug's chat in the very beginning, on the panel in the very beginning, I remember
Hmm.
I made the comment, and I'm going to say it again. Why are you sitting in the back seat having your husband drive you around like you Miss Daisy? It's not like you were sitting in the back with the baby or something like that, because that's the only time I sat in the back seat when my husband was driving, now ex-husband. Okay. You're sitting back there wanting this man to wash your car and pump your gas and all this other stuff like he's your damn servant when he's your partner. You know what I'm saying? And yes, there's certain things that as a woman, and when I, especially being married or even being in a relationship with the opposite sex, there's certain things that I'm just not going to do. I'm not trying to be more man than you. And I get that. But just down to where it seems like her thought process is, or whatever have you, no, she would have stayed with that raggedy ninja because you know why? She's better than him. And then
Yeah,
she don't want somebody that can level her up or somebody who, God forbid, is more powerful. And even though she has that admiration for Steve Harvey and Marjorie and that life and how he caters to her, the difference is that Steve Harvey is the one with the bank. And he
right.
does what he, in appearance wise, because we don't know much. I know the man
Right.
been married 3 times, but in appearance wise, he dotes on his wife. You know what I'm saying? He does everything for his wife. So why in the hell would you have at 60 years old settled for this non-English speaking bum? Because his English ain't got no better. It ain't got no better. Okay, it's getting progressively worse.
Child, the only thing she could correct him on was worse. So that was like that made her booty
And
cheeks
God
too.
has a capital G. Remember that. Use a
Right.
capital G when you're writing about God. Writing
And
about God.
And the P.
I mean,
Right.
she did a coochie twinge when he said worse. Said, come on now, come on, come on. It was
She had had
she just like, okay, I'll let you get away with a lot, but come on now. Because I mean, he's using, let me pull up my directory. Uncern for concern, desperado for desperate, private he for profit, acid reflex for acid reflux, raggedy for raggedy, constrictions means instruction. I mean, Anna means honest. I mean, just he's using these types of words. I'm with you. I think I am you. You're opening my eyes because she doesn't want a man. If she let's say her and Steve, there have been radio hosts who've fallen in love before. They've been put together. I think if there's been some white hosts that I recall hearing about that have fallen in love. Even look at Misha, I forgot. It's there on MSNBC. They're two radio hosts who they were both married and then they fell, or not radio hosts, TV hosts that um they were both married and they started messing with each other and they both got divorced and then they married each
Oh
other.
yeah. So
Misha,
right.
I forgot.
Yes, I
Morning
know who
Joe,
you're
Morning
talking
Joe.
about.
So there, let's say Steve and Shirley did get together. I think it would make her feel so low to be with Steve because he's the one with the most of the money. You're right. She does need to feel like she's got the underlying power. Like they're beneath her. She's the one that's really really got all of the control, the clout, and all that stuff. She doesn't want a man with more finesse, more clout than her.
Yep.
She doesn't mind being with a bum because I'm giving him a second chance, and God says forgive, and it just is what it is. It's gonna be okay. He's working it out. He's a black man in this world who just he hasn't had a fair shake at life. He made some mistakes, but that was 20 years ago.
And
Mhm.
it
So,
wasn't. Even going back to something Shan and Lady T-Bug said, he actually has not been criminal free. He may have been long stint serving time free, but he
Mhm.
continuously stays in trouble even throughout your whole union. Like
right.
where do her and Sonia get these numbers from? Is it because he hasn't committed a major
He
crime? But
hasn't
I
been
think she
something.
tells
incarcerated.
them that and they just go with the flow. Like even with no proof, without knowing, okay, he said it, so it's the word. And it's not. He's a liar.
I think they're looking at like him being incarcerated, like because he gets these women who claim like who were like very low level street smarts, and who they may have some sort of intelligence, but they're not willing to go out and do the extra legwork to really find out about him. Um, they just will go by word of mouth and basically word whatever he's saying, and he knows how to. He's very good at picking these women, because I just can't believe that all of, except Sonia, all of these successful women.
I couldn't help but laugh on that one.
I
That
mean,
is a good one.
does she? He's. I mean, that's where that's his karma right there. That
Oh
is
yeah.
Sonia is his karma. God, God, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. That
Mm-hmm.
that was his karma right there, like with Sonya, because she's a bum, and she is basically Nesto in female form,
Mm-hmm.
and that's good for him. She
And
ain't
he
doing
actually told her that. Remember, Vic? He actually told her that she's a female version of him,
right. And
and that's not a compliment, but she thought it was.
I really. Oh
She ran
my
with
god.
it. She
Because
ran with it.
all she want to do is talk. She want to talk in the beginning, like when she wanted to talk about the nookie. Go sit down. Go. She want to talk about getting some nookie and all that, and that's what all he wanted to talk about. And after a while, he was just like, I don't want to talk about that no more. He clowns her. But as far as these two go, Shirley and Nesto, he's getting what he deserves, because as much as I'm building a dislike for the way that Shirley's her nature. Um, I don't think she's a bad person. I think she does have some serious narcissistic tendencies, and she really needs to, like, stick a fork in that, like, that kind of behavior, and get right. And it's not just, you don't just get right with the Lord, you get right with yourself.
Yep.
You do some work, and that's why I suggested psychotherapy. Like, really get down into it. A lot of people, especially us black people, we don't want to, like, we don't want to acknowledge a lot of that stuff. We have been trained to kind of grin and bear it,
Yep.
and you just, sometimes you really got to dig deep, and you have to cry, and you have to,
Well, she
um
comes from that era of going to the church, right? Go
yeah.
see pastor. Go see pastor. That's why, and a lot of us don't even research when we go to church. If you didn't go to theology school and you didn't go to college like I had to go to perfect my craft, I don't want you praying over me, because to me, I don't need no pimp to the pulpit dude coming over praying over
Mm-mm.
on me. That's
Lock
our
the doors.
problem, right?
Shut the
Because
door.
we going yeah, yeah, Mr. Pastor Marvin Sapp. But I need to see, like I said, for me, for my spirituality, I need to see that you invested in your craft, like I said, like I invested in mine. Now, a lot of us don't look at that. Like, we go and this person's got the gift of gab. Well, you know what? Pimps got the gift of gabs too. That's why they're able to run women the way that they do. That does not mean that I need to come across a pimp praying for me because he done saw or sought out salvation. Okay, well, good for you. Glad you're not running these women in the streets. But no, you can't be my pastor. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know you got the gift of gab. It's why you was doing so well when you was in the streets. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But again, she just doesn't, everything for her is surface and what the appearance looks like, but there is no nooks and cranny. And I say that all the time. Shirley is no good to anybody until she does the work on herself.
Correct.
Until
Right.
you do the work on yourself. And part of the first thing, like anything else, it's like being an addict. You have to admit, and you've been there, Vic, you have to admit there's a problem. If you don't
Yes.
even get to that, if she doesn't even see, if everything is woe is me and everybody's coming for me, you already don't see where, because I've never heard her say, well, I did do this to her and maybe that's why. No, it's automatically, oh, they don't
No,
like me or they
she
want
said
my
with her
life.
chest. She said with her chest, I didn't do. She's still
I
blaming
didn't
me, and
do
I didn't do
right,
anything wrong.
right,
I had
right.
to work.
So there's never going to be a fully repaired relationship between her and Sheridan. Now, Sheridan may be able to forgive certain things and they will be able to move forward. But for y'all to have a genuine, healthy mother-daughter relationship, you got to take some ownership, Shirley. And you got to, because I had to work. Is not Sheridan's damn problem. Just
Right.
because you decided to have that baby. At the end of the day, whether she was planned or not, it's still a choice that you
Right.
made. She didn't ask to be here. So it ain't her damn concern that you were trying to get your career off the ground. And one last thing I wanted to say as well, while it's on my mind, and I've been missing it on a few of the lives that we do with Shirley, I've always been concerned about why she never took her last name back. Because when she established herself in radio, she established herself under Shirley Clark. Does anybody know that? Why is she still a Strawberry? She was married to this man for a hot minute. And I know he's the big brother of the great Darryl Strawberry, baseball player. I'm a big baseball fan, but I know that's her brother-in-law or whatever have you. But it wasn't even like you were married to Darryl. You were married to his big brother. So why has it ever been discussed why she never went back to her maiden name of Clark?
Is that in the book, Lady T-Bug?
I ain't
That's
gonna
what I'm
tell you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't remember her saying it. Only thing I could think of as far as professionally, since
It
she
sounds
has
better.
established the Strawberry Letter, and like you said, it is kind of trendy and it does stand out. But outside of that, you could. I even wondered now if she even owned a name. If she maybe trademarked
Girl.
it. Where she could like do things of her own outside of the radio show, because I'm thinking of the Strawberry Letter started on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, so I don't even know if she even owned a name. But other than professionally, I wouldn't use the name outside of professional setting. When I'm working.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, it could be like Wendy Williams, because Wendy, she was Hunter. Legally she was Hunter, but she kept Williams.
That's what I'm saying. When Shirley established herself, and I get what Lady T-Bug just said, but she established her name and her career under, Shirley Clark. I think that's her maiden name is Clark. So I was just curious, like, why she didn't, because the Strawberry Letter was years after her divorce. So I was just very curious why she never went, if it was ever discussed, because I didn't read the book, and I know Lady T-Bug and a few people in the chat probably
it wasn't discussed enough.
I think it sounds better for branding, and it's catchy,
Kids,
and it's
kids. You want to have the same last name as your kids.
girl, she don't like that little girl.
But she ain't raised that little girl. But okay, I got you though. In theory, you sound good. You sound good, Lady T.
That's why I be saying the Strawberries, okay?
Because Sheridan Strawberry was raised by Mama Clark. So
right, Mother Clark.
The same last name.
Miss E was looking for you. Miss E was looking for you, so I'm happy you popped in.
Mother Clark raised Sheridan, so and Mother Clark
did that. Okay.
Yeah, Mother Clark, and that's what, like, Shirley doesn't take responsibility. I think that's part of why Shirley doesn't take responsibility for how the young lady, air quote, turned out.
But how did she turned out? That's the part I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to Shirley, it's a disappointment. Like, when I can't even. I mean,
Vicky. That was a rhetorical question at this point. But it's like, how does she think she turned out?
But I was getting ready to say, I can't believe she fixed her lips to say, I didn't even want to tell people I'm a grandmother. I was so young. She's still, and I sometimes.
Like, and it's like you didn't even have to talk about it when the question was asked, because the lady asked, tell her something that you've never said before or mentioned before anywhere else. Why would it go to that?
I was ashamed to be a grandmother. Yeah,
I think she should have kept it about her career.
It's like she almost told her real truth. I can just imagine the bad thoughts in her head. My whore daughter had kids out of wedlock, and I felt like it was just inappropriate, and I'm too young to be a grandmother. That's that's how I took that. It's like my daughter was promiscuous and she had kids, and I was ashamed.
But she was over 60, right, or around 60 when she became a grandmother.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Some people are great grandmothers at 60 in today's society.
Somebody said that last night. It might have been out.
Real talk. Like, there's some great grandmas out there. But
I
okay.
just
before I said
I
what I said. Yeah.
I just saw an article where people had this couple had kids somehow, some way, and at 59. So I mean, like, what is she? I don't know. That's the part. That's that part of that 75% where I'm like, lady, I do not feel sorry for you, because you just really just mainly because of this daughter stuff. Like, it's not for us to really like drill down on her, but she's because this is it's media fodder. It's unfortunate that her daughter has to kind of hear this stuff. You know what I mean? And
And then the grandkids gonna hear it too. That's why I was like,
right,
why are you even when it comes to those interviews and stuff, what they say, how she referred to her and negatively on the radio show. It's like, why
yeah.
even?
To get back, well, I don't even know why. Yeah, I'm just like I don't know why she even said that. I was embarrassed to tell people I was a grandmother. I mean, at her age, people could have thought like her child was in her 30s. I mean, a lot of people really
You were a
didn't.
geriatric, you had a geriatric pregnancy. How dare you? Like nobody had to know how young you and who gives a daggone, right? Because these people, your daughter ain't milking up the state. She milking up her mama to supplement where she don't have, right? So listen, ain't nobody's daggone business. It ain't
And
nobody.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's nobody's business. But that's what I'm saying. But everything again falls on her because it's about perception. Now, had she forget the fact that you were in your early 40s when you had your child, right? Because Sheridan was like what 2021 when she gave birth to her first child and then turned around and had another one
Yeah.
or whatever have you. Now, all of a sudden, for you, it's about perception and again it's nobody's business. You ain't asking for no help to take care of yours in the sense of like finances and stuff like that, right? So what do you care that once again it's always being reflected about her. Sheridan has to worry about what public perception is going to mean to her being
Right.
a young mom. That's not on you, Shirley. Like but because she has not done what she was supposed to do as a mother herself, and she knows that. She won't acknowledge it, but she knows it. You failed. And then that's how she looks at it. By her daughter becoming the young mother is because she failed. But at every turn when you had a chance, to establish a relationship with your child, you pawned it off on your ailing, old, aging mother.
Right.
You were cool with that. You
And
were cool with that.
she's made the comments about she holds me more accountable than the baby's daddies. Okay, well that's something between Sheridan and her. That's if Sheridan had trust and faith in you, maybe you guys can sit down and talk about that. Um, but Shirley she doesn't. She just seems like she would. You need to go with her program. If you don't go with her program, she may not tell you how she feels. You kind of have to guess how she feels, and she seems like the silent hater type, and those are the worst kinds because they're slowly plotting on you, and they'll tell your business to everybody. I mean, these two gossip like it's nothing,
Mhm.
talking about everybody, but like she's mad because that's a valid point that hey, Sheridan should be holding her kids'
But
fathers.
no, it's two different things. It's two different things. Her children should hold their fathers, because if we compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges, her children are to hold their fathers, like
Correct.
Sheridan is holding her mother. So
Right.
that is not the same thing. And
No, no.
she's deflecting because she wanted to
She
make
is
it
deflecting.
about her.
She is deflecting, and that's what I was getting to. It's like she doesn't see the parallels. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is your child.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is your child. You didn't hold whatever his name is, the dad. Your
Yeah,
ex.
yeah, because if that's where you
Michael.
going, then why you not holding my father? You know what I'm saying? Well,
Right,
I'm talking to you about our issues, not about my baby daddy issues, about you.
Lady T. Buck,
And
can you pin? You got the. Can you pin? Is that the membership
yep,
link or is that the
yes,
channel link?
that's, it should be the membership one.
That says channel. in
I went
the
into membership and it says
I
it's the membership.
I have to go through our old messages because it remember it took us a couple times for me to get it because for the iPhone users
Let me
it's
see.
hard.
I'll redo it. Sure.
But yeah,
You gotta go all the way into the membership thing to get it. Go ahead.
but yeah, she's not. You didn't hold Michael accountable for Sheridan, and then Sheridan got shipped off to wherever
There
they
it
was
is.
living at Tennessee or somewhere, wherever she was living at, and you got to work and have fun and skedaddle across the country, and then link up with Steve Harvey, or no, she was with Doug Banks first, and then link up with Steve Harvey and
Hmm.
be in the limelight. And maybe Sheridan did share in on some of that, but then people on the radio are just here, like from what Shan said, people on the radio are hearing that your daughter is, we don't get along. Oh no. My daughter and I, we don't have a great relationship. And then you got people like feeling sorry for you, but
But why is that even a discussion on?
Right, right,
I don't even understand
right,
why that's a discussion. Like,
right.
how is that supposed to make anybody feel? Your friends are listening, people at your schools. Like, I gotta walk around and listen to everybody say, "Why you treat your?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why
I
y'all on the
agree.
radio? Why is that even a topic?
And that's why I told you, like in the other live you did last weekend, that was my issue with her, with Steve Harvey, because it just seemed like she just wanted like the woe is me pity party always with this
mhm.
man. And to me, she had a very unhealthy infatuation with him because she has to be liked. And like I said, I can only imagine, because he was transparent about that, that he was not a fan of hers or whatever. And she just would over compliment this man and everything else. It's like the people who are defecating on you or whatever have you, you seem, and maybe again, going back to the statement about her being male identified, it definitely comes into play and it makes sense, because you seem to go above and beyond for men who seem to, in some form or fashion, right, like disrespect you, but yet your own child, female, same gender as you know, you're holding her feet to the fire for probably rolling her eyes when you said something to her, which is something kids do. I
Yeah.
rolled my eyes at my daggone mother. Didn't mean that I hated her. Lord knows I didn't. You know what I mean? But that there were times where you didn't hear what you wanted to hear as a kid, and you did what you did. As especially girls, we're challenging, right? We're mature very early for the most part, not all, but for the most part, or whatever have you. So we kind of challenge our mothers, and it's just like, and she challenged her own mother, but yet and still, it's like it's
Right.
being done to you. And she just like, I mean, like this girl can't sneeze 2 times in a row. And she's just like, you only gonna say, excuse me once, like, but you sneezed 2, 3 times, like it's like, Shirley, stop.
It's like it I mean, I know that when we're
He
dealing with,
her dad passed away out the bushes when she was a what she
she
I'm
was
I
trying to
really
want to
think,
say
young.
she's
she
I
a
was
think,
like
baby.
7 or 8,
Okay,
yeah.
seven.
okay. I was
No,
gonna
because
say
her and her
really
brother are 5 years apart, and they do
young.
have the same dad. So I want
Right.
to say she was like about 7 or something. I think her brother was like 1 or 2.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
No 504. Did that link that I posted work for you? Because that's the membership link that I followed on my iPhone.
For the iPhone.
Yeah. Um, I know sometimes, like, I remember when I was in Girl Scouts and my mom, there was I was friends with the troop leader's daughter, and the troop leader, she just signed up for appearance sakes. She never showed up to the meetings. My mom, she saw that I really wanted to do it, so she signed up to be the assistant troop leader. That lady never
Mm.
showed up for meetings. My mom was the one, and this is why she was going. She was working 2 jobs, and she did this all for me. She was working, going to school, going to night school, and still running the meetings and everything, and running our troop. And that lady still, she still came and took credit for it for appearance sakes, because she was, they all looked down on my mom because she was a teen mom and everything. And it was just crazy. But my mom like would hold me to a higher standard than everybody else because she's like, I'm basically the troop leader, so you have to do better than everybody else. I expect you to because I expect good things out of you because I think you're a smart kid, and I do think you're better than everybody else. You're very,
Oh,
that's what my mom, I would get mad at her sometimes because I felt like I used to think that she would look down on me because I wasn't as driven as she was, but because she had a baby at 16, so I did not, and I was spoiled because she pushed for me. But she laid it out into perspective. She's like, Vicky, I think you're a genius. You're way smarter than me. Um, you know, I just had to do what I had to do. I've tried to lay the groundwork for you, so you don't have to struggle like you never noticed that we were struggling until you got older and you realized that we were actually poor. So, but my mom she would give me that type of motivation. She's like, I think that you're a genius, and I think that you're smart, and I think that you can accomplish great things. And I don't care what time of what point of your life it is. I don't hear those types of things coming from Shirley. She just downs her daughter. She just is. It's just like she resents her for being born. It's like, I had this baby for this man and I'm stuck with her. So I got to do something for her. She had these kids, these extra kids. So I feel like I have some sort of obligation. And that's the vibe I'm getting from her because it's just the Christian thing to do. I can't just leave her out here because she is my child. I get that, just like she doesn't want her. You know what I mean? But she wants the the right to say I'm your mother. And somebody said it last night on the panel where some of these people with narcissistic traits and some parents, I mean, it may have been Shan, that they like to do stuff for you, or they'll put the money out there for you so they can have some sort of control over how you live your life and what you say and what you do. And Shirley does give me that type of like, okay, I'm going to pay your rent, but you got to start doing this, or you got to live your life like this, or you can't have a boyfriend right now. You got to go to school. But I didn't, but yeah, I know you didn't ask me to pay your rent, but I'm going to do it for you. But you got to do this, and this, and this. It's
It
like
comes with stipulations. Comes with
yes,
stipulations.
it comes. Yeah, her love is conditional. Her assistance is conditional. It does come with stipulations. Absolutely correct. That's the vibe I'm getting from her. But here, Nesto go. He ain't got to do shit. He
ain't
can
gotta
pump. He
do nothing.
pump the gas. Oh, you pump my gas. I didn't even. I hate pumping gas. I hate those inconveniences, and you do that for me. You're always nice to me, sweetie. I don't understand why they're painting you as some kind of monster. But Sheridan has your grandkids whom you claim you love so much. She's over there raising them. Surely they ain't never asking for the grandkids to come over, or she wants to take them to these big wig
No, to the
White
White
House
House.
to the White House. Let's go
Hmm.
meet Kamala. Let's go.
Hmm.
Let's see if Joe Biden is awake and we can meet him. Let's go. Let's
Right.
go. Let's go collect eggs and take pictures. You know, it just it's all for show. It's all these
Yep.
pretenses. It's very pretentious, and my sympathy is waning for her. Still feel like she's a victim. I don't think
I
that
do too. I
I don't
do.
think she deserved all of the trashiness he exposed because he wasn't even sneaky with his. I mean, he wasn't even like he's not even trying to like kind of hide his stuff. He tell a little fib or something, but it's not. He doesn't even really like try hard. He doesn't have to
Because
try
he
hard with her.
resents her too. And a part of me understands, and I tell you, I get mad when I have to agree with this man. I get mad, y'all. But I'm telling you, he resents her. Listen, ain't no me and my ex-husband had a conversation. We talking crap about our kid, right? And so I said something to him or whatever have you. And I said, let me ask you a quick question. I was like, when we were married or whatever have you, and granted, we were much younger than what they are, right? But I was like, how would you have felt if, aside from, when the boys were big enough and they were no longer obviously in car seats and stuff like that, how would you feel about me sitting in the back while you drive me around? oh, or just drive to the locations. And he said, what, like we what you call it, Morgan Freeman and Miss Daisy, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was just like, why would I want my wife sitting in the back seat like I'm an Uber driver, right? So he was like, or even present day, why would I want my lady friend sitting in the? He was like, why? He was like, and this is when you get to see sometimes what you have in common with those that you've shared your life with, right? And he was like, well, it's not like, is there a kid back there? And that's always my mindset. If there's kids sitting in the back, I can understand, especially with today's mothers and stuff like that. You're sitting in the back seat with the kids, keeping them occupied, letting dad get us to our destination. Kids get fussy or whatever. But if everybody is, for the most part, old enough and grown enough to be accountable for themselves, why are you sitting in the back, Shirley? Like that. And so getting back to what you were just saying, Vicky, with Nesto, my point is I think he resents her. She's annoying. When I just listen to these calls, she's effing annoying. Now, did he bring this on himself? Absolutely. Because you wanted to control her bag. Well, you know what? It comes with as well stipulations, as Lady T-Bug just pointed out. Nice little word there. It comes with terms and conditions, right? So therefore, you wanted to control her bag. Well, you get to control everything. But it annoys him. There's no man in his right mind. Like when me and my ex-husband used to ride in the car and it's just us, or even if we had the kids, he would hold my hand. So why in the hell, or how in the hell would he be able to do that if I'm sitting in the back? You don't even allow for your husband and you to be somewhat affectionate to each other if you sitting in the back and he's the one doing the driving. It's little things like that, like gestures like that, as in a relationship, that you didn't even capitalize on, because you know why? Your husband was your servant. He was your do boy. And
Sure.
real talk, that dude resented her for that.
But he said, okay, I want to answer Chick-fil-A's question real quick, and I want to respond to that. No, Nesta was not getting roadhead. I should. That girl, the day that Shirley said, slow down a little bit so I don't use teeth, it would be, girl, I think hell will freeze over. I'm serious. Like he was not getting any roadhead. But as far as that goes, yeah, doesn't seem like there was any passion in their relationship. I know that my girl, I said what I said. I don't see her in here, but I don't think that there was any passion in that. She doesn't. I don't think she thinks like that. That I loved just going riding. I love riding to California, like to taking a road trip, and even with me, I like to be in control when driving. But if he's driving, yeah, holding hands, that kind of thing, that stuff, sitting in the back seat. If I'm not feeling well, that's different. But just sitting in the back seat, you want to be chauffeured around. You should have. It would have been cheaper and less embarrassing to just hire a driver. Now, for all the money that he cost her, she could have had a driver. She could have had a personal assistant. She could have had an accountant. She could have a lawyer. I mean, seriously, for this type of embarrassment, and for us having to drill her on a constant basis and evaluate. But this is a learning lesson for a lot of us too, though. But still,
Yeah.
like it would have been cheaper just to hire these services instead of, having this fancy marriage to a bum who hates you. Because he does, I agree, he does resent her to a T. He doesn't like hearing anything she has to say. He just wants to hear gossip about her friends, see how she's spending her money. He wants to, talk bad about his family. And I really want to touch back. Oh, I forgot to say, he doesn't like Dion. He just, I think, because Dion shows a little more restraint than him when it comes to like the scamming and stuff. And Dion is choosing his own route, and Dion speaks his mind more to Ernest. He doesn't just bow down and give him the 100% like respect. I think Dion will
He doesn't
give it
act
to.
like a father. Like, no matter how cool, I got 2 older brothers, Vic. No matter how cool they are with my dad, and my dad is 83, he'll be 84. I got a brother that just turned 60, and I got a brother that's 55. Okay. My brothers till this day do not talk to my dad like, player, what you doing, playboy? What's going on, pop? No, they like literally they talk to my dad like their father, like, what's up, dad? Or whatever. Yes, do they joke and laugh, talk about sports, kick it, all that good stuff? Absolutely. But him and Dion don't even have a father-son relationship. You can't look
How
for
could
this
they?
young
He
man.
met him at 13. It's not
Right.
the same.
And
He's
has
not
been locked up a lot in this
right.
boy's
He
life,
don't
even
know
after that.
him. He don't
Right.
know
That's
him
true.
like that. That's the
That's true.
relationship. That's where they at. That's where they
That's
met
true.
at, and that's where they gonna end it.
That's true. That is
That's not
true.
that's not the
He,
same. You know what I'm saying? Like that man is not a respectable father. He ain't been on no little league teams, no
That's right.
flag
but
foot,
he,
he nothing.
yeah, Dion was damn near grown. Like he only had 5 years left to be grown. I mean, he was hitting puberty when he met him, and who knows the terms and conditions under like what they met. He
Yeah.
claims he got all his kids together, I guess, to meet each
Took him to
other.
Burger King.
Took him to Burger King, and he saw some girl that came to visit him at the jail,
That was a lie.
in the prison. I mean, what kind of meetup story is that? It's like, yeah, hey, I mean, that's what I call a peekaboo daddy. I always call them kind of guys peekaboo daddies who just, and Shirley's a peekaboo mom to me. It's like, I'm your mama, right? They want to throw some KB toy store at you. Y'all remember KB
Yes, I
toy
do.
store? Throw a little sale toy at you and say, I'm your daddy, right? So you're gonna respect me, right? It's time to get some respect in here. Do this, do that. And what did he do with Dion? He put him to work immediately, handing out flyers
Yeah.
as a learning lesson to be a man. He probably had no contact with this boy, probably didn't write him a letter or anything while he was in prison. And I'm assuming a lot of this was while he was
Yeah, he said it was
incarcerated.
a fat girl, but he was lying. He was lying.
Fat girl, whoever visited Nesto in prison, please come out the bushes and
It's a lie. It ain't. It's not true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't believe that Ernest likes Dion. Dion is just another pawn in his game of checkers. And I meant to say it like that. He is playing checkers, and just Dion, he's trying to use Dion as a pawn, and he's using, actually it's more like Monopoly. He's trying to play Monopoly with chess pieces. And
Yeah.
and that's all Dion is to him. And he'll be so quick. But he hasn't really. He's said little things about Sonya, but he hasn't really drilled Sonya like he has with everybody else. He let Sonya drill Dre. Um, he let Sonya talk on Shirley's name. He let Sonya talk on Dion's name. Nothing really about Lamont. Now that's what. Just real quick, I just want to pivot real quick.
Got
Something's
10
going
minutes.
on. I know something's going on with Lamont.
Okay.
Mm.
What's
Something
going
has
on
to
with
be,
Pork Chop?
because on a recent call, Dre said Lamont has been texting or talking to him or calling him or
Right.
something,
Okay.
communicating with him.
I'm
Okay.
like, how
And
did that happen?
so, but Nesto hasn't. We kind of have a good understanding that Nesto has not been communicating with Lamont for almost. He said he hadn't talked to him in almost a year. He told Dre
Yeah,
that,
when he
and
got mad. He got mad with Lamont about the calling Shirley and
Yeah.
asking for his refund.
but Lamont and Dre weren't close before.
Right. I
It,
don't think Drake
Lamont,
particularly
yeah,
liked
Dre didn't
Lamont at
even know
all.
Lamont. No, he didn't know him because remember he said he didn't know Daryl and he didn't know Lamont. He didn't know them.
Yeah,
right.
but he made a comment about Lamont. I don't think he was particularly fond of Lamont. I remember what you're saying about the Daryl thing, but he made reference to like when Nesto had called him. Remember those March calls
Yeah,
of
he said he never met
2024?
him. Yeah.
Right,
Hmm.
but remember he asked him about the phone. I'm like, did you call him? He was like, I gotta go through my phone. I don't really talk to him like that. Like I got the impression that Dre wasn't fond of Lamont. Yes, he
Right.
doesn't know him, but I got the impression he wasn't fond of Lamont in the encounters or whatever have you that they did meet. I don't
He
think,
said
I
he's
don't,
never met him. He did not know him, and he was asking him about them. So I don't think he may be from listening to these calls. He may have, got a perception, but he said he didn't know him.
because remember when he was making, I'm going to re-listen, because I remember when he was making the calls about when Lamont was supposed to do the bond thing last year.
Yeah, Ernesto told him that.
And right, and then he was like, remember, what you call it? Dre was repeating back what Lamont was saying to him when he did reach out to him. I think Nesto had gave him the phone number, and when he was calling, he was like, he had this fake meeting at the JW at the Marriott or whatever have you.
He love giving out people phone number. Go ahead.
He really does. He really does. He really does. Yeah, you know what? Because I hate Lamont, so let's and I'm not fond of Dre either. So yeah, let's go to the phone thing from yesterday. How dare this man? How dare this woman? Why are you sitting up here? And then he got everybody. He want everybody on full alert for his daggone phone call for a daggone lawyer. Why are you giving out your friends' numbers like that? Why is he calling this married woman line about Nesto? Oh, just in case you not available. Then if she's not available, here's a thought. We got this thing called voicemail. Leave me a damn voicemail and I will call you at my earliest convenience. How dare he with this lady with Tasha's phone number? I was like, what am I listening to? What is happening?
What am I supposed to even say? What am I supposed to even say to him? I don't know nothing about your case.
And then demanding that tell your roommate keep her phone tell her keep the phone on.
And that was another thing. Yes, thank you, Vicky. You giving me gems. The roommate. First of all, she is their house guest. This is not her roommate. These are not her roommates. She ain't paying for that house. That's their house. She is not paying for their house. He was like the roommates. I was like, what? I kept dropping. I was vacuuming or sweeping or something. No, I was sweeping because I kept dropping the damn broom. I was like, is he calling these people whose house his wife is living in? Her roommates? I had to come back because I'm listening to it on my TV or on my phone. Excuse me. I had to put it on my TV. Because I was just like, I'm not hearing this right. Let me take this off this phone. Let me listen to the TV. I was like, nope, he is calling these people her roommate. I try to break
it down. I'm like, y'all.
Yeah, I heard you, but of course, I got the vacuum going. I'm sweeping.
Yeah, I'm like, where they do this at? Because if you better not give my phone number out to nobody unless I give you permission to. Yeah, I don't think that Lamont and Dre didn't talk to each other until they were trying to get the bond situation. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but like where they do that at? And then, like I said, Tasha got a whole husband. So
a whole husband. And they are Shirley's roommates. She's living in their house. Like I couldn't let that go. I could not let that go. I was like, oh no. Because even if you didn't drop the link, I was going to put something in the chat today and be like, can we just, before you leave, can we go over the roommates? Am I missing something and why? And he kept harping. That's the one thing. And I always think about Vicky giving that gem about him being like, his anxiety, because he just kept saying, yeah, so you make sure she, just make sure she got the phone or, make sure she get like, wait a minute. Hold up.
Like, what was Tasha supposed to say? Oh, yeah, I know him very well. Yeah,
I guess she was supposed to give Shirley a signal, and Shirley stopped doing whatever she's doing at her engagement.
Stop the broadcast.
And talk to the lawyer. And I'm like, well, what is Shirley supposed to say? Because she don't even know what's going on now to talk to BC.
You don't want her to know what's going on. He's like, yeah, just where they just need it. And then, when she tried to correct him or like even ask a question on him, he silenced her. He's like, all right, thank you. I hate when he does that little sissified thank you. You can see him like swirling his head and throwing his hair back. Thank you.
And yesterday was the whistle, right? Like she was a dog. I can't even whistle.
When he did the whistle, I almost threw my computer down.
I said, why is Lady T-Buck trying to have me on pressure pills? I swear to God.
That's why I kept warning y'all. Like I started, 2 days before the call, warning y'all, because I knew y'all was going to cut up about that call. I said,
that's why I stopped what I was doing and I paid attention to the live, because I was missing the parts when you kept saying the warning, and I swear to God, this is my thing. And I always used to hear this from my grandmother when she used to say, God has a sick sense of humor, because I just kept turning to seem like the vacuum cleaner and stuff off when he would just do the obnoxious things. So I wasn't hearing your warning. And I was just like, God damn it, I'm going to break everything in this damn house. I was just like having a conversation with myself. I was like, all right, sit down, Miss Boogie Down, and just listen to this damn shit. Because I could not. It was cracking me up every time I was paying attention. I would just hear the wrong things. I'm doing something, then I hear your roommates. And I was like, Shirley had roommates? When did I her and who was roommating?
The bestie, he was on one.
He was.
Oh,
that court was lit.
That's what I'm saying. She let him take over her life. He call it our bestie. I bet I tell our bestie thank you.
Oh yeah, would that be with the prayer? I was like
Psalm 35, 7, and 8. I said, well, what was going on in 6? Why did we skip 6?
And now he got a whole new woman and a whole new bestie that he don't even want to talk to, which cracks me the hell up. He don't even want to talk to his new prayer partner. But it just, that whole giving out the phone number thing, like, just why you no
roommate. You gotta keep saying it, Vicky. It's the only way.
The roommate to the roommate, yeah. Tell your roommate.
None. I don't want to miss none. I'm like,
well, yeah, because she's like, she knew it was a bad idea. She knew it was a bad idea to give out that phone number, and she was trying to, like, well, why? So just, thank you.
Thank you.
And then trying to like a little 1.5-year-old. Thank you.
Oh, God have mercy.
It's too much. It's like he overstepped. He has zero boundaries, and Shirley just let him cross the boundaries with her friends. And I again, the 25% of me just still says, okay, I do see like the mental but then like that just the stuff that she was fully aware of is like, girl, you know something's not right. Trust your discernment. Like, trust your women's intuition. Like give yourself something else. Like give yourself like a little bit of time to think. Don't just sit here and take these commands like this. And I hope, I know they said that she shouldn't date. I think she really should put herself out there to explore like opposite sex friendships and see how they go. But before she does any of that, serious therapy is needed. And that's not just, pastor counseling and preacher counseling and talking to these celebrity pastors and no Marvin Saps and none of that. And, like, she needs to go to therapy.
One thing. She go to Marvin, he gonna get his money. She
Thank
go
you.
to Marvin. She better leave.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
She better leave Brother Marvin alone, okay? Or she better do that virtually, because you could always hang up.
The roommate thing, like, he thought that was cute. She could stay there forever. They weren't really complaining yet. But I personally think that Shirley just wasn't reading the signs, or she was reading the signs. She was choosing to ignore them. But those people wanted her out of the house. Like,
Maybe that's why they wanted to go to the movies at night. They knew she don't like to go at night.
Well, she couldn't, right? Because they started taping that night. They went when they knew she couldn't, because she probably had to get back and get set up.
That's true.
But yeah, that's just the total command and control that he has over her with this gibberish talk that he says to her, and she doesn't question it. She's just silent in regard. Her voice is silent. She didn't have. It sounds like she acquiesced to him. She gave up everything, her paycheck, her mind, her mental stability, solely for appearance sakes. But I could see that there is some passion there for her child, but she doesn't understand or know how to even break through with that. And I respect Christians and their faith and everything, and I would consider myself a Christian. I'm not practicing as far as like going to church and everything, but you sometimes you can't just use the Bible as a shield to think that all is going to disappear if you don't do any work. Because that to me that just it's just not going to work. And I hope that she is in a better space where she is actually learning herself and learning,
A
how
lot
to
of work. Yeah.
learning how to
Mhm.
emote because she doesn't seem like she cries at all. She doesn't seem like she allows herself to get angry. She doesn't try to come out of pocket. Because I'll tell you in a minute, I'm emotional and I cry in a drop of a heartbeat. But I let myself feel that way. I have to let myself go and not try to cry. Because for the longest time, I would hold everything in, and then something can set me off, like Shirley got set off with that worser.
Mm.
Something would set me off, and then I would just blow up on people. I just hope that she's working on that. But yeah, that roommate thing, the phone numbers, just
Mm.
giving out phone numbers. But I really just wanted to touch on that Lamont thing. It seems like because Lamont's calling Dre, they weren't really in contact before, but all of a sudden they're in contact now, and now it's he said Lamont, Dre being messy. Dre's like, Lamont didn't tell you. He's like, I haven't talked to him in a year. Oh, well, he said he put money on your books all the time. So
Well,
it's
Mon is
just
a big liar. He's a big liar. That's the only time where I would say it's very. And I definitely knew back in the day, well, not back in the day like that, but before a time when he told Dre that Dion didn't give him that money, I knew he was lying because I could tell the way he tried to change it up. But Lamont not giving no money,
Mhm.
oh, I totally believe that. He's that he was. Remember, he was what you call it? He was the phone calling gangster. Yeah, they could hear it. They could do that. And once them calls started getting exposed, and he seen the real on the real with that, oh man, you can't hear
He
nothing
was
from Lamont.
gone.
Lamont ain't calling nobody, and he don't look like he know how to write a letter. So either way,
Lamont said
Lamont say I'm out.
he's like, I'm
Lamont
out.
told him last year. He said this stop all. Told Nesto. He's like all this stuff on them phones and stuff. Stop. That's
Yeah.
putting people's life and putting that's messing up people's lives. So
Right.
yeah, man, you gotta. When he told him he couldn't pay the bond, he told him straight up, it's like stop, just stop. Like you. And I just think something weird happened between he and Sonia because all of a sudden Sonia stopped talking to him too. She called him about that 5,000, and I don't. Sonia seems like a stalker to me. She doesn't seem like she gives up very easy because she has all these people that she'll keep around and hound down for everything. Like she doesn't have any boundaries and shame. And that again, this is Nesto's karma.
Yep.
That is Nesto's exact karma because he doesn't have any shame giving out people's phone numbers, and she ain't got no shame taking down people's phone numbers or going through his Rolodex and his virtual Rolodex and calling people and messaging people. But yeah, that's just something interesting I want to touch on. But Lady T Bug, I know we about at time, so thank you for letting me come up. This was an interesting call. I'm still at 75-25 with Shirley 75,
Okay.
like shaking my head at her, like girl. This is sad. I still, it's not for me to forgive her for her daughter. I just hope that she's doing the work to earn her daughter's forgiveness because it's not just going to be given. She's not owed any forgiveness. If Sheridan wants to take Shirley's money, that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. But I don't owe you anything. If I'm Sheridan, I don't owe you anything. Just like I gotta work. So if you want to help add to that fund for these kids, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But the 25% is I see the psychological and emotional manipulation that he put on her. It's a lot. Like just she didn't like when she questioned things, she did not have a voice. She did not have a voice. That little sassy thank you. Her, all these little sounds and he thinks he's a sound effect man and all that stuff. Like, girl,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. And we know that Shirley's trigger word is worser. All right now. Okay now. That's it. That's a damn enough now, hun. It's worse. Say worse, okay? Say worse. and he probably still challenged her. Okay, okay, worse. So good. I hope, is this the last of the series?
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, God.
We almost done.
I have a question. Are you gonna when this is all done, you gonna drop these in members?
Yeah, I'll drop them.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
Y'all have a good day. Bye bye
I
in
think we
chat.
got one. Wait a minute.
What?
We got one more. I think we got one more. And then he
Oh.
called somebody for a minute. We got one more.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
It's like 5 people he called while he. Oh no, I'm sorry. He did call. He called a bunch of people. I think that I would love to see how many pin numbers he used. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really would love to see how many pin numbers he used. But
And I'm
I'm
just doing the ones from his pin number. So these
right
ain't even the other ones, right?
because they got a. I know we done heard some
Got
names on there.
Michael, somebody, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Geneva Rucker or something. All his friends and left now. He's still using other people's information. So it it is what it is. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Vicky.
Bye.
And thanks for the gift and the memberships. I appreciate it.
Oh man.
All right, Miss
My
Vicky
last
down.
thoughts is like this. Woo. You got my blood pressure up. I had to take a calm day today. I had to take a calm day. Today. I will be having a little cocktail tonight because this had my blood pressure going. I said, "Ooh!" I listened to the replay from yesterday, this morning, and I was just like, "Damn it! It's got to be 12 o'clock somewhere." Because I needed a cocktail. This was just crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, I've always said it, and I'll continue to say it while we're doing this series. My hope for her, obviously, as a parent, yes, definitely restore the relationship with you and your child to the best of your ability, because your child is a grown woman now. She may still be young, but she's still an adult with a family of her own, right? But until Shirley does the work on Shirley and acknowledges that where she is the problem, there is no good that she is going to be to herself. There is no good she can be to anybody around her, and that includes her kid. And my hope and my prayer continues to be, even with my ups and downs of where I feel or what I feel about her personally. And right now I'm at the stage of not liking her as an individual, but I still will say that she is a victim. I do believe that. And I will also say, until she does the work on herself, which I hope and pray she's acknowledging and trying to, then God willing, she can be a better person, a better parent, a better grandparent, and a better friend. What we hear throughout these series, and it's very unfortunate, is this woman is not a friend to people. People seem like they have been a friend to her, but I really don't think she understands that she really is not a friend to people. When people are down or whatever have you, and I was looking at the chat as well as hearing, reading what you wrote as well. I get it. Funerals and stuff like that aren't for everybody, but there's other ways to be there for
Yeah.
folks, even with monetary. When you don't have it financially, there's other ways to be supportive to people and things of that nature, and stuff like that. So the mere fact that she's not even trying to explore any other avenues, it's based on wherever she is in life and what she's got going on. Like, sometimes you got to put your stuff aside and pour into people as they've poured into you. You can't keep drinking from the cup and not filling it back up yourself. You know what I'm saying? So these series are interesting. And like I said, I just hope that the woman is doing the work that she needs to do on herself, because as Vicky stated, we frown upon in our community as a whole, not everybody, but as a whole, we frown upon getting the proper therapy that we need. And sometimes it's not about going to the church house and going to the pastor or whatever have you, but anything in Christian words speaks. Faith without works is dead. So she can call and talk about God all she wants, but she's not putting in the work that it takes to be a good and a better Christian. It don't matter what she prayed for. It's dead on arrival. So I
That
just
part.
hope that she's realizing that. And at her big old age, I hope that she's knowing better, so she's trying to do better. But as always, it's always a pleasure being on your panel. It's always a pleasure supporting your outlook. And just know you have my blood pressure up. I'm having a cocktail for you and for me because of it. That's all I got to say. Because damn it, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So I'm going to do that. But I appreciate you and I appreciate the chat. This was good. Have a good one, hon.
Thank you, Miss Boogie Down. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. We made it to the end of the damn porch, honey. Okay, moving her down. She got it. All right. That's it, y'all. A licensed therapist. Okay, let me see what Janetta's saying. Shirley has that get over it attitude. I doubt she's doing anything to make things better with her daughter. Her daughter would just have to move on. That's true, because sometimes you do have to meet people where they are. No one's willing to bend. You know you're not going to be able to get what you need out of the person. Then you got to figure out how to move forward, and how it's going to be going forward too, right? It is what it is. If that CP is not his and never knew it was there, then he wouldn't be trying to say something else. But it's on his laptop. That would have already been done before they found the laptop, right? A lot of people are takers. That's true. They think, I think that's supposed to be, they think they are entitled to everyone catering to them. I can see that too, Lady Janice. Let me see if y'all got any more comments coming up before we get up off of here. Yeah, you just sometimes got to meet people where they are. You got to let bygones be bygones and just say, I'm going to handle this person with a long handle spoon, or, I'm going to just show up when I need to show up, talk to them once a month. I don't know, what the solution will be for their relationship. But as a daughter, I would definitely feel some type of way. And I do think that Shirley has some legitimate feelings. I do. I have to step away from people. Yeah, when they do that, I like to talk things out. I know not everyone will do that. That's true. And she should be lucky if her daughter is still, in her life. I can see that, Vicky. Yeah, everybody got to take ownership of what they've done. But I just see things different in a parent-child situation, because even though your child is an adult, you're still the parent. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take the high road. You got to take it. As always, this was great. Thanks, Lady T-Bug, Vic, chat. I appreciate you all. Yes, I appreciate y'all too, sticking in here with me for 3 hours and 15 minutes. I thought this was going to be a short one. I could never do a short live, but that's okay, because I love being here with you guys. Thanks to everybody that gave a super chat and joined the membership. I'll be working on getting y'all some new material in there. Y'all need some new shit in there to talk about. So I'll be working on that. I have things. I just haven't had time to get to it. Shirley doesn't think that she needs to take the high road, but you do, because you're the mommy. I'm sorry. You got to lead by example. Baby Williams, enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Please hit the live on your way out. If you're part of the replay game, don't forget to hit the live. Thumbs up the live. And thanks again. Shout out to everyone who gifted a membership. Bye, y'all. I'm going to put the outro on. Sure, I had to put baby doll them up there. That was too funny. I'm gonna just put a basic one up there. I ain't gonna do y'all. We got our church one that we do on Sunday, so y'all know who we ought to get tomorrow. Uh-oh, I see some new comments down there. Hold on, let me put Okay, y'all just saying bye. Oh, B. Williams, you late. I put Mudley up there to laugh. Because that's what Ernesto was giving on these last 2 calls, y'all. He was just laughing.